everybody, it's Bubbles here, and I'm located at Arundel Mills Mall, and this is my beautiful kiosk. So I'm gonna show you guys something really special. So this cashmere body oil is one of my best-selling oils of all of my products. It's made up of jojoba oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, so the most natural ingredients. Look at that. It absorbs into the skin so good, and it smells amazing. Follow me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore.
What it is, Taz? You just saying, you already know hashtag Mr. Got That Glow. The vibes, chilling on the vibes with the vibes. You just saying, any other ways uncivilized? It's the Toxic Clinic. Hashtag Y'all know what it is, baby. Y'all know what it is, man. Hashtag the notorious ass eater. So I wanted to tell you how I got that name, right? Right. Let me tell you how I got that name. I'll tell stories better, right? So what happened was they put me in the Baltimore Cheaters group. Right?
Oh, I was there too.
They really,
I was in that bitch.
Mind you, they put me in the cheaters group not for cheating. They gonna say, oh, not the notorious ass eater.
Oh, you are much. Oh, Ice Spice talk about niggas like you.
I don't know why they thought that was undermining a nigga. You go and tell somebody else he
They
ass
don't wanna know.
You know how many women now want to see if I'm gonna eat their ass? Gotcha, bitch.
All right, man. Welcome back, man. We had a good 30 minutes of a podcast with the most toxic motherfucker I think I've ever had. This is your boy, Two Dimple King, your favorite Leo, and I'm gonna let these two people that have been going at it for the last 25
not the
minutes.
Two Dimple King.
Yeah, Two Dimple
The
King, your
Two
favorite
Dimple
liberal.
King is insane.
So go ahead and introduce yourselves, man.
Please go ahead, Mr. Glow.
She already told you half of it.
Talk
You
to
see
the
what I'm
mic for me too, baby.
saying? Hashtag Mr. Got That Glow. Hashtag Toxicity. Hashtag the male brat star. Hashtag the notorious ass eater. Hashtag Baltimore Jim Jones. Hashtag Mr. Adorable. Yeah, and hashtag Mr. Hashtag. You see what I'm saying? Any other ways uncivilized.
You finished with your
But that's how
hashtag.
toxic you is when you get a phone call on the show. Let me mute them real quick. You see what I'm saying?
Got a phone. And you, Miss Nams.
I'm Taj. Y'all can call me Tahjia. Thank you. That's it.
And
That's like the root to toxic.
And you, before we get that,
Toxic
can anybody
Taj.
follow you anywhere or?
Yes, I'm on everything as a black mother, Tahjia Danielle, wherever you want to
God.
find it. Yes. Period.
If you want to follow me, just follow the glow. You know how they say follow the drip, follow the drip. Just follow the glow. Hashtag Mr. Got That Glow. You'll find me on any platform.
Man, I have not had a man come in here and uproar the goddamn studio as quickly as you have.
Listen, man.
Tell people, who are you, man? Toxic, Mr. Jim Jones, Mr. Glow, Mr. I'm half Japanese. What's going on,
Mr.
man?
Hashtag.
Mr. Hashtag is the one, right?
Mhm.
So, born and raised, still reside in the city of Baltimore.
Right.
So I will say that, right?
Mhm.
Outside of that, I'm hashtag your girlfriend's favorite boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? like,
And you, wait, I met somebody. You were on the radio 1500?
yeah, I was on 1500 radio as a radio personality.
I can see that.
But I wasn't a personality. You see what I'm saying?
So what were you?
I was you should do this because you got a good personality.
Mm.
So I was never into radio.
Mm.
I was never into anything radio.
Oh, wow.
I rap, but I wasn't a rapper.
Okay.
I sold drugs. So they said, yo, you should rap because you sold drugs.
Most rappers do.
Most rappers
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I play basketball. So after you can't play basketball no more,
You go play- yeah.
decide to rap, right? So a lot of those things I did because other people was saying it.
Oh, wow.
But if you ask me, I am Mr. Entertainment. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
you definitely
that's really
entertaining.
what I am. You see what I'm
Have
saying?
you always had this personality, though?
If you ask the city of Baltimore, hell yeah. That's why the transitions was so easy for me.
Okay.
So to be able to go from being a nerd to being an athlete to being a drug dealer to being a radio
It
personality.
sounds like you didn't know what the fuck you want to do with your life.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. Right? I didn't. And it's crazy because I always use this same thing. Like Jesus Christ waited until he was 33 to get his shit together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I waited a little longer, but yeah, I look at it like that.
I'm getting these eyes over here to the left for Miss Tahjia. Go ahead. This gonna be a little different of an episode, man.
What's going on, Taj?
Yeah, what's happening?
The block.
I'm not-
Taj from the block.
Oh, from the block.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, I said a black
Oh, a
mother.
black. Oh, a black mother.
Not a black
Okay.
a black mother.
A black mother.
Where's all this hostility
Yeah, you
coming
see it?
from?
You see the
Listen,
little, the
because
whole
Baby
shoulder?
came
You
in
see the
here.
shoulder? You see
I'm
the
not
head?
tight. I'm very relaxed. But Babe came in here with all of his glow and his information, and he said that he don't want to tell us his life story. But I would like to know, because where did all of this personality come from? It had to get developed somehow, some way.
I really was born with it. Full transparency.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about somebody that's 100% themselves,
Mm-hmm.
I just was born like this.
Okay.
I don't know if it was, I didn't get taught anything. was like self-taught in a sense. Taught myself what an 8-ball was. I taught
Oh,
myself
what?
I taught myself what a jump shot was.
Mhm.
I taught myself how to play women in a sense, right? I taught myself all these things. Like I've heard people use cliches that I probably implemented in my life, or I probably dissected them and used them to my advantage per se. But I did it all on my own.
So you saying your authentic self is not a reflection of anybody else? This is just
Nobody.
you.
You would never find somebody like me.
I believe you.
I'm because it's like even now, like so even professionally now, you know, people wake up, they be tired. 7 o'clock in the morning, they tired, right?
Yeah.
You got 25 years, they come to work, I'm tired, right? They just
Yeah.
always tired. They be like, yo, how you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you on 100,
1,000.
1,000, right? Or how you walk in here and you already on the whole football field ready to go back and forth. You see what I'm saying? I feel like the life I live, I appreciate me not having a life that got severed kind of early. Like my life ain't get cut off early. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people now, they dying extra early. Or they 25 and they tied too early. It's like, yo, so are you gonna ever have a chance to have fun? You know what I'm saying? And if your fun is only Fridays and Saturdays, then you living for nothing. Your life is purposeless. If you everybody go to work for 5 days just to spend their money for 2 days. That's insane. That's insane.
So you feel like you gotta wake up every day ready to go get it, ready to be on 1,000 because you don't want to waste your life.
Yes. Every day I gotta learn something.
Okay.
Whether it's big or small, I gotta learn something. Like for instance, the young lady that we was talking about off camera, she got the dread. She didn't want to come on the show. I would have liked to introduce herself as well. But she was
Her
like
name is Shawntay.
Shawntay, right? What's her name?
Shawntay.
Shawntay. It's about learning. And I learned something from her as well. I understood that why people use the word respectfully and disrespectfully at the end of their statements or whatever, right? I call it a preferential, you know, you put a preference on the back end, but I don't think people should talk like that. Because if you're not being disrespectful, there's no reason why you should put that on the end of your statements or comments.
But what about perception?
I'm not even a host. I'm just in this bitch.
You the two dimple king.
I'm just
Look,
in this
why
bitch.
would you host something that you just want? Just show your dimples. Like, just show your dimples. Like, that's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Say that again?
I said, what about perception?
I think perception is what's ruining everything. And when I
Okay.
mean everything, I mean globally, from having genuine conversations to genuine relationships, even having shots. Even the perception of drinking 1,800 is like, wait a minute, that's 1,800. That ain't Casa, right? It's the perception of I should have had Casa over 18. Or the perception of when you go to Mexico, they say real tequila is 100% blue agave.
Right.
And if it's not 100% blue
not real
agave, it's not real tequila. But those are perceptions, right? But at some point, those perceptions are actually facts. But since everybody want their perception to be right, there's no such thing as a global fact anymore.
So, but do you feel like people should not try to understand and see other people's perception or perspectives?
No, yes and no. Yes, you should, because you should be able to entertain anybody's ideas, right? No, because some things are just the facts. For instance, we can all agree with 100% blue agave being
a
real
fact.
tequila. That's just the facts.
Right.
Regardless of what your perception is about how it tastes, that doesn't change the fact that it is real tequila. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, but when you talk about tequila and
That's
then when you
just an
talk about
example.
people,
Same difference.
it's not.
So running the red light, is that not a fact that you shouldn't do it?
No, it's definitely
Okay, so people run red lights.
They absolutely
Animals
do.
don't, right? So
No, animals do all the time. But they don't. But that doesn't matter to them because of their perception. They don't care about that red light. You and I do. Because
Say it
we know
again.
if we run it,
say what
we're
you
going to
do.
be in trouble. Animals don't care about the red light. So that's why they run it.
That's not their rule. What
But
are we
that's what I'm
talking about
saying,
here? Now you
perspectives.
what are you talking? I thought you was intelligent. Now you just want to
Oh,
have something
what
to
we
say.
ain't finna
You sure
do
you're
is
not
that.
just saying
So
something to say it?
How are you likening something to an animal and then you get upset with me for explaining it? An animal exists in this world, right? They don't live by the same rules that you and I do. So their perspective
brought up
on a
humans.
red light
You brought up
is not the
humans.
same perspective as
They
ours.
jumped right back into the argument, y'all.
No, it's
Listen.
Jump right back into
it's only an argument because she's in her feelings and
I'm
she's
not
not
in my
seeing the
feelings.
facts. That's why
I'm
she
not
got away.
in my
So you
feelings.
talk about tequila. What about humans? And I gave you a prime example of a human trait that we run red lights, and that's just the fact.
Statement.
It's just the fact that you're not supposed to run a red light. Yes or no?
It absolutely is.
So why are we debating a red light?
We're not debating.
You are. You're debating it to make it seem like you can run red lights.
I never said that. I said that you said that's the rules for humans. Is that not what you
it's
said?
on recorded.
We can run the take back. He said that is
Vibes.
the rules for humans.
I'm just in this bitch.
Go ahead.
Run it back. You said that is the rules for humans. Did you not say that?
It is.
Okay, and I said perceptions, okay, are based on different perspectives. An animal's perception of a red light is not the same as ours.
You don't know an animal's perception.
And
or
you don't
perspective.
know mine, but we're agreeing.
That's
to
why I didn't
things.
ask you yours. I gave you a generalized. I just said running a red light. I didn't say yours. I said running a red light. Globally, running a red light is right or wrong.
This is the Vibes podcast.
Listen.
Right or wrong? Is running a red light right or wrong globally?
Yes, and I asked
That's all we talking about. What's the next
perspective.
one? What's the next perspective?
Perspective.
Let's go to the next human perspective.
We
already got the red light one gone. What's the next
I
perspective?
love that. I love that you are like, this is what I said. This is the fact.
No,
Any other debate on that topic is unnecessary.
It
because you already
is.
got to the fact.
I think he's operating in the factual world, and what y'all was saying earlier, there's a difference between facts and feelings, which y'all got into a real debate about with men and women. Get on this facts and feelings, and you can tell me how you feel, but logically, as being a man, I'm not worried about how you feel. Like you was talking about the red light. Right is right, wrong is wrong. How you feel about that is on your personal time.
It absolutely is, but I wasn't talking about feelings. I was talking about perspectives, and he still didn't answer my question about perspectives. We started this conversation about ending conversations with respectfully and disrespectfully. He was like, I don't feel like that's necessary.
You did say that though, bro.
Is that not your feelings? So why is it okay to attach that to a general statement, but not to dive deeper into other general statements that disagree with what you're saying?
So what we was talking about was how opinions, the reason why we brought up perspective, and I'll get into why I said what she said, because see what you're doing is you picking and not explaining the entire conversation.
Women tend to do this.
That's what they do.
We already explained.
No, we didn't. Because I'm getting
you gave her example already.
I gave the example for the reason of us talking about things that are just facts at the end of the day. That the perception shouldn't even matter because some things are just the facts. That's why I gave that example. That's why I gave the tequila example. That's why you
about disrespectfully and respectfully.
That's why I gave that example. That was the only reason why I said it. I was trying to show you, understand that you can get a perspective and then you can get a fact.
I'm just gonna go ahead and
it's just a fact that 1800 tequila, 100% blue agave, it's just a fact. Regardless of your perspective on tequila, that's just a fact. You wanted to get away from it. So I gave you a different, I'm trying to give you examples that I guess that your brain can like play with and you like, that's right. I get it.
You're trying to give me examples that you know that you can refute so that you can continue.
No, I'm not even refuting anything you're saying.
Because
I've been on your side. You just don't.
You're not. It's not about sides. I completely understand where you're.
So what's the next
minutes? For 7 fucking
I was
minutes.
asking
for 7 fucking minutes.
We can continue this. You know what,
so,
Mr.
So when you say perspective, right? So when you say perspective, right? What perspective a woman give that a man's supposed to succumb to all the time?
Oh.
What perspective a woman gives that a man's supposed to come to all the time?
Okay.
Because it's a perspective of a real man. That's a perspective.
Oh.
Because at what point was a black man really in the realm or the creation of what a real man really is?
Oh.
It was never talking about a black man because a black man was never afforded the opportunities to even be a real man the way the perspective is. So let's go to what is the perspective
of
a
perspective.
Okay.
So since we're going to perspective, we got to get personal.
I'm just on this motherfucker.
I wanted to get personal.
It absolutely has
No,
to.
because now you're going to talk from your experience, and I can't tell you your feelings or your experiences are wrong.
I can't.
So we're not even going to have an
I
opportunity to have a conversation.
Because my perception and my perspective of black men
Would you
is
like
not
to
the
come
same perspective
on?
that everybody else has. I can tell you that I completely agree with you that black men have not been allowed to be in the same spaces as other races, as other people, especially not in this country. But my perspective of black men is completely different.
I like it.
You absolutely are.
I like it.
My perspective of black men don't have nothing to do with how the world sees them. So if you want me to speak to how the world sees black men and how they're not respected and how they're not,
I don't want to talk about the
this,
anomaly. I don't want to talk about the one seed found in hydro. I don't want to talk about that.
That's fine.
Because again, we can all have those same type of stories or sentiments or opinions or statements or whatever. We all got those. It's like an asshole. We all got one. I'm not here to entertain what you feel, because then I can't. The minute I tell you what you're feeling is wrong,
Oh,
I'm wrong.
Shit, please talk to
I'm
him.
wrong.
That's your opinion.
No, he's right.
What?
He's right.
Did you not just hear what you just said? You're
No.
gonna be smart with 6 degrees. What are we talking about here?
If he goes off that and he goes off your feelings and then he speaks on that, you're gonna say he's invalidating your feelings.
But that would be invalidating his. If he feels like I'm wrong, that's how he feels.
Do you feel like he's wrong or do you know he's wrong?
I don't feel. No, I can only feel like he's wrong. I can't tell him that he's wrong.
Is he wrong? Is facts or not? Is he wrong?
Is he wrong about what?
Everything he said. Do you feel like he's wrong or is he wrong?
No, I feel like everything he said about black men is right.
No. You using the filler word. Feel.
Again.
Is he right or is he not?
About black men.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's simply that.
Ain't got nothing to do with how you feel.
Right.
I never said.
Yeah, you did.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did. It's on tape.
No, I didn't say
that.
I said I can't tell you. I can agree with what you're saying about black men, but I can only give you my perspective.
Let me ask you another perspective then.
Okay.
The perspective on a person being educated.
Okay.
The perspective on a person being intelligent.
Okay.
And the perspective of a person being knowledgeable.
Right.
At what point do somebody have the facts? What perspective have the facts? From the intelligence to the knowledgeable to the educated. Who have the facts out of those?
God damn,
they would assume that the person that is educated.
We're not talking about assuming. I'm asking you, an educated type of person. You just said you got 6 degrees.
I didn't say that you did.
How many degrees you got?
Even if you got 6 or 2 or 5, how many? Even if it's 3. I'm asking an educated black mom.
Oh, he hit you with the black mom.
And she
is. Which out of the 3 got the facts? And it can't all just be perspective, because if that's the case, they invalidate the smart, invalidate the dumb, and invalidate the geniuses. You got to invalidate everybody then.
He was right. He on your ass.
Your perspective. I'm only asking your perspective at this point because it seems like that's the only way you can talk. It's from your perspective.
That is the only way I can talk. I don't.
Then what's the point you're being on the show?
Because you're living off of giving out general information. I make my living off of understanding people personally. That's what I do with my life.
So as a psychologist,
I understand people personally.
So that sounds like a psychologist. So let's get a perspective on a psychologist. Is a psychologist then supposed to get personal or stay neutral? Because what you just said is you make a living off of understanding how people are.
Personally.
So are you a psychologist or you are what?
Currently?
No, I'm just saying, what kind of field is that where you do?
I prefer client-centered therapy. So all of the things that I do, I focus on the person. It is not my job to tell them what society feels or how the general public feels about what they're doing, because right now the purpose is to deal with what's going on with them. So I have to deal with the personal. But I understand that what you're doing is you're dealing with the general thing. And we need those kind of people that deal with what everybody's thinking, what everybody's feeling, and all the opinions. But for what I'm doing, and that's fine, because that's a parallel. That's a good parallel. You have a woman that's dealing with the personal.
We got one sitting in the corner that's
and a man that's dealing with the general.
So for what you say, I'm doing something that, and this is why I love being a Capricorn. This is why I talked about Martin Luther King and Jesus Christ. This is why I talked about those two guys.
Jesus is a Capricorn.
Listen, see, she said what you're doing is you're generalizing everything. You're giving information for the general public. I just told you that's the idea.
Yes.
Because it to me, it feels so much better being Jesus or Martin. You get it? Mm-hmm. They did for the general population. They did, so they had.
He also did for the one.
Wait. No. His reasons for doing what he did, the reason why he has a legacy, both men that we're talking about, is substantiated because what they was doing for everybody.
Right, not just one.
They didn't care about, and it's kind of messed up when you can say they didn't care about their family or their loved ones, but to them, their loved ones was everybody. To them, their family was everybody. When you become selfish and then you say, what about me? You're negating everybody.
So you're saying that Jesus didn't care about the one? He only cared about everybody?
Oh, this is a clip.
Say it again. I didn't hear you because you was too low. You lose your confidence. I want you to maintain that confidence. Where that bravado at? I want to hear that bravado. Wait a minute now.
You're saying that Jesus only cared about everybody, not the one.
Y'all about to get Christians upset.
Well, I'm not going to get no Christians upset,
to understand the way they constructed the Bible in the stories of Jesus Christ. This is the way people put these stories out about Jesus Christ. It sounds like he was there to help everybody. You never heard about Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. I never said, listen, hold on, hear me out.
Tell me.
The stories you hear about Jesus Christ, you don't hear about him being a bad kid. You don't hear nothing about when he was 12 or 13.
You absolutely do hear about when he was 12.
She a Bible kid.
I want to hear it. Tell me, because I never heard a story about him being 12.
When he was 12, that's when he went to his father's house. That was the first story that I learned about Jesus.
When he went to his father's house?
When he went
to
church.
Father?
God.
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 Hold on.
God.
Hold on.
Not his stepfather.
So hold on.
God.
Now the perception. Now see, this is another perception. This is why I love I like
No,
stuff
the
like this.
perception is in the Bible. When he was,
No, I'm talking about the perception of going to. He went to his father's house.
That's
you
what it
called
says in the Bible.
You called it church.
Media.
But that's how I understand his father's house, because his father is God.
I know your
He went to a
perception,
church.
but your perception is that. Somebody else's perception would be going to a quiet space and just talking to him. That's still the house as
But
well.
he went into church.
Is that not
He
what
is
they
right.
still say that though?
He is right.
And he went to a quiet place?
No,
He's saying he can go to
you
a
can't
quiet
just go
place.
to a quiet place. You don't have to go
To
to
talk
church.
to God?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have
No,
to.
absolutely. But that's not what Jesus did in the story.
No, I wasn't
in the
saying
Bible.
that. So he did that at 10?
12.
Oh, 12.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. What happened at 13?
That's-
How many stories you know about Jesus? My
I
point
know a
is,
few, but I'm saying that I'm not saying that your premise is wrong. I absolutely believe Martin Luther King, Jesus, Gandhi, all of them.
I ain't named him. He's not a Capricorn, so I
I'm
didn't
not
name him.
playing. But as far as Jesus, a lot of the stories was him talking to one person, trying to get the one person, and it was for the multitude. But a lot of the stories is him having one-on-one conversation.
Let me tell you why, or do you know why already?
Oh, please! I would love for you to tell me.
I know
why.
you want to because I was going to tell you anyway.
I know you would.
The reason why, because that person right there know people that I don't know.
Exactly.
Right. So I gotta have that one-on-one conversation with him, so then he can go back over there
and tell
everybody in that house.
I completely
Because
agree.
I can't be in that house, and that house all at the same time.
Exactly.
Now, what we was talking about initially, or how we even got here, is the perception. So now, what messes all of that up is the perception in that house of what they heard,
right?
The perception of that house, and now you go from just having one Christian population or just one
you going somewhere else,
population.
because that's how you get these different churches and these different understandings.
That's what I was.
No, but I agree with that.
That's why I said the perception. But
Yes.
at some point, the perception has to be a fact, right? So at what part of it is it the facts? That's why we're here. We're here by the perception of the facts. Is there ever any facts? And if everything is based off your own personal experience, then there's no facts at all in the world.
This
in the
episode
world
is produced and sponsored by Bubbles Galore Me at Arundel Mills Mall.
Bubbles Galore Me.
All right, now continue.
In the Toxic Clinic. And Mr. Got That Glow.
So,
sorry about
that real positive.
I didn't mean to go into the whole religious thing, but
no, I appreciate it because
it's an
that's
idea
that
of
is
perception.
Went right
It's an
back
idea of
into
No, that
perception.
is a perception.
Yeah,
but
I had to get my bun
religion
together.
in and of itself
Hashtag
is a
fun bun.
perception. Like religion has to be. It's a perception. That's why people have different denominations of Christianity, of different sects, of different things. Like
You saying religion is a perception?
I
they on
absolutely
your
believe
ass.
it is.
They gonna be
Come
on it
on,
for
They on your ass.
It
But
is.
they gonna be on you.
Ooh,
But it
shit.
is.
I ain't even call it perception.
it is.
Oh, so go ahead, make your clip.
Go ahead.
Religion is perception. Go
Religion
ahead.
is a perception. How people perceive and understand God is a perception because
Hold on, God is not religion. See, you mess up when you do that. God is not the religion.
What you
He's
call
not.
God is a part of your religion.
No.
It's not? What you call God is not a part of your
Do you know
religion?
what a religion is?
Do you?
A religion ain't God.
I said what you call God is part of your religion. Run the tape back.
How many gods is it?
That's your perception.
No, it's only one God.
It's only
That's
one.
your
It's no.
perception.
It's only one.
Every
It's
single
only
from the
one.
But that is
Quran.
your perception.
It's only one.
What are we talking about here? I thought you
Hindus
was
people believe
educated.
in more than one God. There are a lot of cultures that believe in one God. They're called polytheistic religions.
She on it.
Polytheistic
They don't
religions
believe in
more than-
multiple gods. They believe in multiple Jesuses, the sons of God.
No, polytheistic religion is
No,
believing
look-
in multiple gods. Please
You wanna
Google it.
You
Go
need to
ahead,
Google it.
Stink,
I'm telling you what
because
I
you the one
know.
that said
Like,
it.
I don't talk about things I
Right
don't
here
know.
will be
A
the description of
monotheistic-
probably whatever the fuck she just said, and y'all can read it yourselves.
She king.
A
she
monotheistic religion, what we call Abrahamic religions, that would be Jews, that would be Christians, that would be Muslims. There are a lot of cultures that subscribe to polytheistic religions, which have multiple gods. Now, you, two, me, we all say there's only one God. That's because we subscribe to a monotheistic religion. There are people in this world who might feel some type of way about you saying that because they believe in multiple gods. I'm not saying that they're right. I'm just saying that that's their perception.
You can run these views up.
You're not saying that they're wrong neither, though, right?
Listen, baby, I'm not about to tell people that what they believe is wrong. I can't
You
do
mean
that.
what they feel?
What they feel.
It's not what they believe.
There
It's
you
what
go.
they
belief
He
feel.
not a
bought,
feeling?
he bought
Yes,
this
it's
bitch all the way
it's
around.
not
It
about-
absolutely did. Is belief not a feeling?
Is it? Ask yourself. Ask yourself if belief is a feeling.
It absolutely is.
So your feelings change, right?
They absolutely do.
Your beliefs don't.
Yes, they do.
They do?
Your beliefs don't
Then that means
change.
Your
you never
beliefs
had
are
no beliefs
supposed to
then.
change.
That means you had no beliefs.
No,
You
beliefs
had
grow.
no
Is
beliefs.
growth not change?
We're not talking about growth. We're talking about belief. If
growth
you
doesn't
believe or you
change.
don't, it don't change.
No, my beliefs grow.
Belief
It
don't
changes.
change. It
They
don't.
absolutely does.
It don't.
It does.
Belief
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
change.
It absolutely can.
You can't say you believe in God and then change that.
Yes,
then
you can. People do it all the time.
Can't.
That means they never believe.
You
That's
never believe.
That's them having a feeling of, oh my God, why God do this? So now I don't believe in him. That's a feeling. What are we talking about?
How are you going to tell people that they can't change their beliefs? If when you are introduced to new things, we're talking about facts. You say facts. You could be like, when I go outside, it's not raining because when you came in here, it was not raining.
The goddamn
but then
show?
You look at the weather, you see the weather said that it's raining. When you go outside, if it's raining, that is a fact. It is raining. It can change.
Huh?
You was like, it wasn't.
That
we could
time
be sitting
never
here right
started.
now.
I
It could
know
be
the
raining.
time.
We would not know that. We're going to be like, it's dry
I'm
outside.
lost in that comparison.
Because beliefs
Chaz,
can
are we
change.
putting her on the
Your
show?
beliefs can change.
That comparison don't even sound
Are we putting her
right.
on the
Yes,
show?
it does.
Okay.
I believe it's dry outside.
All
I can walk outside and it's raining.
Oh, listen.
Chantel?
We're going to take a quick little break. Damn.
Yo, you definitely coming on this show.
We're going to take a quick little break, and you're going to see from the other side. I feel like Maury in this bitch. So we're going to bring another female in, and we're going to let it run on out. Come on.
Let's go, stupid.
All right, and we back. You might see an extra chair, extra face, an extra leg. Let's talk about something outside of God before she gets the Christians in the uproar. You said that you are your favorite ass eater, but you've never had your ass ate.
Never.
Why?
Everybody, it's Bubbles here, and I'm located at Arundel Mills Mall, and this is my beautiful kiosk. So I'm gonna show you guys something really special. So this cashmere body oil is one of my best-selling oils of all of my products. It's made up of jojoba oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, so the most natural ingredients. Look at that. It absorbs into the skin so good, and it smells amazing. Follow me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore Me, TikTok Bubbles Galore Me as well, and on my website at bubblesgalorem3.com. See you guys soon.
It's not no particular reason. I've never had a woman even.
I
never even had a woman ask for that. So
you're not against
Why
it?
she got asked?
I've never. That wasn't nothing that excite me.
So you eating ass?
Right? You
ass eater?
You ass eater?
He
Listen.
calls himself that, and I'm not understanding. You call
He
yourself
asked
that.
her, was she an ass eater?
Oh.
I mean, if all y'all ass
Don't
eaters?
You
start,
jumping at it?
not
You
start.
jumping? Do you
I'm not
eat
about to
ass?
ask no dude if he eat to eat his ass. I'm not about to ask.
So you
him to
just
do
do
that.
it.
Just do it. I'm not sure.
No.
So
I'm
you
not
Nike out this
listening.
That's what I'm
motherfucker.
saying. So
You Nike,
No.
you just
like,
do it.
So if you're not asking,
Mhm.
You
are
just
doing
doing it.
it?
You just do
No,
it.
like
How
if
did
you're,
this come about?
I'm crying. Listen,
Yeah, I want to know how you
I
just
wanna
eating
know,
ass.
yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, now we on you. Your daddy
That's
gonna watch
fine.
this.
He absolutely is. If you're already there, you're already doing that, you're licking and everything. If it's right there, that's fine. If they're okay with that.
But do you ask or you
I'm
just?
not asking. For
So
what?
how you gonna know
want
if
me
he
to stop?
okay with it?
Right.
Because he'll stop you. If you're already right there, what you gonna be like, hey, you good with this? Like, you're already right there.
Oh, I thought you would already had that kind of conversation with somebody
Right.
to know their whole sexual.
Right, so you
whatever
don't
they
give a
like.
fuck.
No, but you know what? A lot of
Sexual.
times, though, I feel like people, they don't know what they like sexually until it happens. Like, people are afraid to try things, and they're afraid to have that conversation. A lot of times, people don't want to have that type of conversation.
I
So if
agree.
you're already right there, like, a lot of dudes be like, chill with that. Like, you know,
I
like,
agree. I'm not disagreeing.
chill,
I'm just
like,
saying, like,
and it's that simple. Like, nah.
So we are agreeing. We are on the agreement that you eat ass.
I don't eat ass.
You munch it.
Okay, I'm screaming. If I feel like
Right?
it,
She's
okay,
screaming.
like.
Like, yeah. Why you trying to be all delicate and shit now?
I'm not trying to be delicate.
Do you
First
eat
of
ass
all,
or no?
there's only one person that has happened with. Okay.
Why you lick your lips? Was it scrumptious?
It was.
Was it
I
scrumptious?
don't get it.
It was cool. It was chill.
So Miss New Feet that's on the show, are you against ass eating?
I think that it's a sign on that says do not enter. Do
I'm
not,
screaming.
Do not enter.
We're not talking
do
about
not
pagans.
enter, exit only
I'm
for
crying.
me.
We're
Okay.
not talking about pagan because I ain't doing that. It's a no for me. I'm not judging if that's what
You
y'all
are
mean.
But
judging.
some-
I'm not. It's a no
Pagan
for
is when
me.
she put a strap on and fuck you.
And there's some guys
I don't do
like
that. And I don't want to be with
There's
no
some
man that want to
guys
do that.
like that,
Wait a
and that's
minute,
what
what's
That's
going on? How we
fine.
get
That's
A
just not
lot
me.
just happened.
there's some guys
My
that
shorty
like
not
that.
about to be rocking like that, and we ain't doing that.
And I wouldn't want my man to be like that. either.
Exactly.
I
Like,
ain't know
at
what
the
it
end of the
was.
day-
That's
Yeah,
some
bro,
new
they
shit.
fuck
I
you.
haven't even heard lesbians call it that. Like
Pagan, because they don't have to
They
call
don't
it that.
fuck other girls in the butt. I don't know. I don't know how the
I
LGBT
ain't know
get
how that
down.
work. I'm just saying. I never
Whatever
even heard
your
that.
mate's pleasure is, just like with a
Yeah,
regular
what you with is what
man
you
and a
with.
woman.
Right.
If your woman likes anal sex and you want to please her, you're going to give her anal sex. So
But
that's the
not if
same
you're not
thing
with it though, because
two-
there are some men that are not about to do that.
Africans, Caribbeans.
But there are men
Don't
that
do them like that.
to
There are some Caribbeans that
have anal sex, and women who like it as well.
That's tough.
What I look like bending a man?
vibe.
I'm not bending no
That's
nigga
never
over.
vibe.
I'm
Goddamn.
not bending no nigga over. I'm not bending no nigga over.
He can lay on his stomach.
I'm not. What you like?
He can lay on his stomach.
Again, for those of you who like to do that, I'm not judging. It's just not my
Oh,
type of thing.
so she
I
just
ain't finna
said something.
lay
You
no
ain't
nigga
know
down
two
and-
men can make love.
I read it in the Elan Hurst book, and they laid down and they made love to each other. Like while he
I
was
don't know how to
laying
make love to another
down,
man.
his penis
The
was going in.
anatomy don't even the way the anatomy
How's
is
his dick
structured.
up?
Right, the way the
Because
anatomy is
it
structured,
must
we're
be-
meant to be with a woman.
Oh fuck.
The way
You
the
finna make
anatomy is
some
I mean,
structured.
naturally,
Fuck. So
that's
now
the
we
way
attacking.
that
We did
life
the
should
Christians.
be.
Now we doing the gays.
No, I'm saying the way the
We
anatomy.
doing the gays.
Listen,
You bring all the
I believe that's
communities in.
now. I'm saying the way the anatomy is structured,
Uh-huh.
meaning we have the part
The
that
way
goes
that God,
in.
Yeah, you're right.
And
the
y'all
way
have
that
that.
God
That's all I'm talking about.
intended.
That's all I'm talking about. That's a, even
I
hold on.
understand
So
what
you
you saying being gay is
But you
unnatural?
still would
Oh,
offend
shit.
people.
Is it like-
Hold on.
on.
Is being
You-
gay unnatural? Because you going off the anatomy. So right now, is
I would-
being gay unnatural?
yes, as far as the anatomy.
Do you feel like being gay is unnatural?
Why are we talking about feelings? He's Mr.
I
Facts.
never
He's
said
not Mr.
feelings. I never said feelings.
He's Mr.
I'm
No,
saying
he's asking you how you feel.
How you
though.
feel?
I don't
So
have
you-
a feeling towards it because
You
I don't mind a
do.
person having whatever sexual preference they got.
But he's
I'm saying the way the anatomy is
So
structured.
men are supposed to be with women, is what you're
Yes,
saying?
because that's how you
Biologically.
procreate. You procreate how?
The way
A
that
man,
God
even if
made
a
man
woman,
and woman,
even if
he's
a woman
gonna
changes
choose
her
biblical
body,
form.
not necessarily biblical, but
I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah,
what
like-
right or
I
wrong. I
understand
don't want people
biologically.
attacking me.
Right,
for
That's
that.
because
what
She
it
said
means.
I'm out this
I
motherfucker.
know, honestly,
two women can't have a child without
You're
like
right.
not.
You
like,
can.
oh,
You
God.
can. It's called in vitro.
Oh, no. 2 women cannot make a child.
Oh my
Two
Jesus Christ.
women can make the choice of having a child.
We didn't say
and
have a
raise
child.
What?
We
You
said-
together.
trying to be
said-
political correct?
No, she's just trying to have something
I
to say.
personally know people. I know.
But they had to
A
get some
couple.
sperm somewhere in there.
Right. And
That's
they
what- that's
didn't
what
make
I'm
the
saying.
child.
But they
that
didn't make
way.
the child.
They-
So no,
they
it's
chose
not
to
a
get a
natural
child.
thing, but
We
it can
just-
happen.
No, I understand
and they
what you're
still
saying,
can
but
make their own
Mr. Facts
family.
is saying, biologically speaking, it takes a man and a woman to make a baby.
Everybody knows that.
No, they
do
really
everybody
don't.
do everybody
Who
know
the
that?
fuck don't know
Everybody
that?
A lot of
knows
people
that.
don't know that.
It's only one way this shit happening.
Have you not seen? I'm not trying to look. This finna be a.
Listen,
A lot
I'll
of
let y'all
people-
go this
Women
bridge by
that look
yourself.
Like men
I got a question.
And carry
It's,
like
it's
men
how you
doesn't
identify.
matter.
So they feel like men because if you identify as a man, they feel like they can have.
But how
a
can you
baby.
identify with something you've never been?
Oh, child, I agree.
The same way that a gay
that's how
man
they
thinks
feel.
that he a woman and he thinks that being a woman
say-
is
but you-
saying,
but you-
oh, girl, bitch, That's
But
not
you-
how all
but that's
women
an
act.
interpretation.
It absolutely is.
And that's what
It is a
that's what this all
perception.
Look, this
boils down
motherfucker
to.
said-
Bring it back.
That's what it all
It is
boils
a
down to.
perception.
Yep.
That's what it is. The toxic clinic.
And what it is,
The
that you
vibes that
want.
turned into the toxic. This is the toxic vibes.
This is the toxic
Well,
vibe.
can you,
This
can
is
you
the toxic
Mr.
vibes.
Glow, bring the clinic? Bring the clinic
So,
into this.
What
help,
is Mr.
help
Toxic?
everyone.
So I'm
Because somebody gave you this, or you proclaimed yourself as this?
somebody gave this to me.
You
What
are the
woman fucked you
transition
over?
king,
Or you fucked her
'cause he,
over?
Well, you know what's so crazy? It wasn't even about me fucked over, right? It really wasn't. It was my idea of, now this is where I say my idea.
Uh-huh.
I ain't say feeling, my idea of understanding logic should supersede emotions.
Mm.
In dealing
That shit
dealing
don't
with
work
a
with
lot
women.
of and dealing with
I was about to say,
and
in a
dealing with women
relationship.
in general and in a relationship. This is my idea. This is not how I feel. This is my idea. So my
can't
idea
be him.
of understanding that logic supersedes emotion,
Mhm.
it made women look at me as you're not, in a sense, compatible
Mhm.
because I don't have the understanding of feelings.
Mhm.
I don't understand that when you go to work, you come home, you want to just vent or you want me to emote with you. I don't get that.
Do you not have a father
but
in your
there
life?
are men that
So you grew up
that
with a dad.
do
No,
get
I
that.
didn't. I didn't.
Do you think that that's part of the reason why you don't have that part?
No.
Then why don't you have that part?
Because my mother, I grew up with just a mother raising 5 kids.
Right.
And she always told me, like, you don't show people, you don't let people see you cry, or you don't
But
show
that
your,
was
you don't show.
like
That
personal-
toxic
Wait,
ass
listen.
black
No,
man
you
thing.
missing what I'm
I'm
saying.
not.
You're
I
not- how
understand,
you
baby.
how you not if you not let me finish? I'm saying the way she raised her kids and she presented herself, it was you only need yourself. You only need to be by yourself because you're gonna have those issues in reality that you get told no,
Right.
where things are not gonna go your way.
Right.
So I learned early in life, I guess from a single black mom, right? A single black mom of 5 children, that you might not have a father, but that's not where your fallacy is going to be.
But do you think, well, off of what you're saying, because I was raised by my mom, do you think with that conversation, your mom took the role of a dad?
No.
By telling you that?
No, the streets took the role of the dad.
So I have a question for you.
It did. The streets took the role of the dad for myself.
But
my mom
it was the right street. And your mom and this
hold on, you say how do I know it was the right street?
Yeah,
it's so
you
funny.
said
No,
the
it's just
streets
funny when
because
you
you
said,
get what I'm saying.
I got what you said. I got what she was at. I just laughing at what you said.
That was a clip.
Respectfully, I get where you're coming from, and I get where you're coming from because the single mom thing. I came from a broken home. My father was in and out.
Right.
It was mostly my mother. But at some point, I grew up and I started making decisions on my own. Everything that my mother told me may not have worked for me or may not have been the best.
Right.
I seen her struggle. I don't want to struggle. So somewhere along the line, I'm going to take a turn and do my own thing.
Right.
So just because your mother raised you with certain beliefs, it's still her beliefs. What made those facts? She's telling you what she knows from personal experience.
I never even bring up nothing about her telling me.
She not saying you did. She just asking you.
You said her beliefs. I never even expressed her beliefs.
Okay, move on.
No, you said her beliefs. I never even said nothing about her beliefs. I just said
whatever she taught you, it was her learning experience and her.
I love this shit.
You.
I'm getting drunk.
The Two Dimple King vibes. He literally just asked me, "Do you feel like that was an issue not having a father?"
Right.
I said no.
Okay, wait.
Like me being the way I am, it had nothing to do with me not having a father, and it goes back to having a single black mom. And he said, "Oh yeah, I had a single black mom as well. I didn't grow up with it. Had nothing to do with
the only thing." And then I came into.
She never gave me no beliefs.
You just said this. You said that she did.
That
you said my mother told me X.
You did say that.
My mom told me not to let people see you cry or sweat. You know the whole cry, sweat.
There's nothing wrong with a man crying, so that's how she felt.
But you never even let me finish it because she interrupted me and said, "See, that's that toxic thing." I said, "She's that toxic upbringing." You know what? I said, "I never even got a chance to even explain it."
This episode is produced by Chaz Moody Media.
You nobody a chance to explain that. So you're not talking.
I said,
Mr. Soglo, can I ask you a question?
Yes, honey. What's your question?
Mr. Got That Glow.
Excuse me, baby.
Soglo is something else.
Yes.
I have a question. First of all, I would just like to say that I had a dad. And he I have a dad, and he is dad. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that.
Okay.
But my question for you is that you said you were raised to be independent and to rely on yourself, and you get into relationships sometimes, and a lot of women, especially, subscribe to their emotions instead of logic.
Right.
Do you feel like because you were raised to be independent and go based off of what it is and not what you feel like it is, that has caused problems in your relationships?
No.
Okay.
That's the reason why I was called toxic.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, that was how we got here. He said, "Why did you self-proclaim that?" No, it was given to me because of my ideology on
emotions
that facts supersede emotions.
Okay.
Right? In relationships, you have to be what they call emotionally intelligent, which I don't even agree with that, right?
So you don't feel like you should be
what the
fuck? In a relationship?
I'm talking about facts for everything. It's okay to feel.
Oh, there's
that
a therapy
word
session
is in
in
the
this
dictionary as well.
I never said
feel,
it wasn't.
okay, so I'm asking you.
I was trying to give her an answer. Let me finish. Let me get her an answer first, and then I come over there to you.
Please finish. So I can come back to you. Thank you. Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah.
So when it comes to relationship,
yes.
Again, why I got toxic, like Vibes was asking, two Dimple King,
bro. We all the same.
He was asking, is that ideology of that emotions should not supersede logic.
Okay.
It just shouldn't.
Okay.
It just shouldn't.
So that's what he live his life by, pretty much.
Right. So I don't feel like that has nothing to do with anything else besides who I am.
Right.
Logically, if it makes sense, if it's right, if it's right, then it's right.
And
so
nothing
you were
in
called
between.
toxic because you were like, if it's not actually happening, if it's not a fact, then this is not a thing.
Yes.
But I'm the same way. I argue and talk the same way.
Are you?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
The
what
same
did you
way?
just end with the logic? Say that part again so I can go into my part.
What I'm saying is that he feels like that people were calling. Well, you said that's not a feeling.
Yeah,
that people
this
call
is
you
this
toxic.
Right, this is literally where it comes from.
Fact. people call him toxic because he subscribed to logic instead of
And not emotions, yes.
Instead of in relationships.
Even in relationships.
And
yes.
my question to you is, do you not believe in balance? Because you have to use both these words, because you used the word dictionary earlier before we were on air
400
for like
book.
300 minutes of going back and forth.
A 400-page book.
So there's a balance in relationships, right?
I would not disagree with that.
In front of each other and say,
"Are you in a
wait,
relationship?
This is logic.
Yes.
This is logic."
Yes.
Is she logical?
No.
No.
So, but do you guys have balance though?
So
there's a balance. Are you always on a logical
So for me, the balance is the opposite person.
What?
For me, the balance.
I get what he's saying.
The balance is the opposite person.
Okay.
So,
but I'm sure she uses some logic.
No.
Yes.
He doesn't.
My man
feel
said
that
no.
way. He doesn't allow himself.
No.
He doesn't feel that way.
Can I ask you a question?
Nobody is all of
I'm
one
a
thing.
full nerd. I have a question for you.
Real quick, I just want to answer.
They bombarding you with this shit.
Real quick,
It's a balance.
T-Double King, hold on, Vibes. No.
T-Double King.
I just understand what you asking.
I
A balance.
understand.
No. In a relationship, the balance is the two people.
Period.
It's not the person finding their own personal balance, right? So when I look at it in a relationship, you accepting me for me.
For me, right?
100%.
Not you accept me for me, and then 2 years down the line, you want me to be somebody different.
Right.
All right, that's
So
taking it to another level.
No. I'm only answering the balance portion. So for myself, I would not be able to date me. I couldn't date a woman me.
No, you can't.
Because it wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't have more fun.
Nowhere.
I wouldn't be
I see what you're
toxic. I wouldn't be able to take.
You don't have a problem with her being emotional.
No, that shit is toxic. That shit is amazing. It's a great feeling.
Everybody, he uses toxic as a good thing, so don't think that
they already
a
know.
Bad thing. No, they don't, because all that happened off air.
You understand though now? So the balance is not necessarily.
Are you only called toxic by black women?
No.
Oh.
No.
Baby, toxic is a general thing. It is not only with black women. We are not.
But y'all use that term a lot more. I've dealt with other races. Y'all use that motherfucking term.
Is it us or is it
It's not just
You know what's so
women,
crazy?
though. You do understand that.
Oh shit! I only dealt with women. Tell me how it is on the men's side.
Hey, Vibes.
What the fuck? I ain't never had a nigga call me toxic.
But I have.
Oh wow.
Only from how I post, right? I'm saying like.
Okay, I didn't know where it was going.
So the way
Don't
I convey information, even the way I convey information is like, yo, that's a toxic way of looking at it.
Okay.
And it's like it's not a toxic way if you look at it as a positive. If you look
flip
at it as positive.
But are you changing the definition of the word?
Right, are you flipping?
You're flipping the word.
Poisonous.
Right, you're flipping. I'm getting it now.
So poisonous. Let's go with poisonous.
Right.
Are you poisonous?
No, I'm not.
Is any human poisonous?
They absolutely can be because that's subjective.
They can be.
They can be. Okay, so once again, so if you look at my Instagram,
and we absolutely have.
Check out my Instagram. I got a post on my Instagram. I got a post on my Instagram that literally says, if you're gonna communicate with me, understand that nothing is absolute but death. So we already all know that nothing is all. So if you're gonna use the cop out that it ain't all like that, we already all know that. But we're talking about Bell's curve, 68%.
I don't know what the fuck Bell's curve is.
So the bell curve is like
it's the likelihood. It's the likelihood of something happening. So you go. So it's 68%.
So I'm the only motherfucker that ain't go to college all the way.
No, but guess what?
This nigga hit me with a Bell's curve.
But it's just the likelihood of something happening, right? So the likelihood of some of the things happening is how I communicate.
Right.
I don't communicate per feelings because everybody have their own way of communicating. But if
you need to know when to use the feeling versus the logic.
He only needs that in his relationship. He don't need that in everyday life.
No,
is what he's saying.
He needs it in everyday life.
But he feels like he doesn't.
There is a balance in life. You have to know.
I love bringing the women on the show. I swear to God.
So real quick,
you have to utilize all the stuff. You keep talking dictionary. All of these words are
normally we ask about childhood, but these women say fuck all that.
I agree with you. But if that's how you subscribe,
you'll agree to everything I say once before I leave. What? Watch the cameras.
Here's the thing. I understand where you're coming from. I appreciate that you feel like in my life I'm gonna be a logical person. That's what I subscribe to. I was gonna ask you. I was gonna nerd out. You watch Star Trek? watch Star Trek?
I'm not going
I
to
do not.
commit to one thing.
I do not.
Then I'm gonna
So
leave
you
it
can't
alone.
do
I
it?
didn't.
Because I was about to be like, you're a whole Vulcan out here. Like, but anyway.
Okay, you
I
lost.
know what a Vulcan is, but I don't watch.
Well, you lost the right side of the room.
Look, Star Trek.
Live long
What
and
the
prosper.
fuck is happening?
Trek.
Live long
This
and
is
prosper. Anyway, no, but I was
wanted to
saying.
nerd up.
Okay,
know
all right.
Lil
So what I
Wayne
was
got
saying
so
She
is
on
wanted
this
to
that,
really
Star
test
Trek.
my brain.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
you good. No, I was saying, we've had a conversation.
I sure the fuck.
I was
did.
saying
I
that
heard
I understand why you feel like to balance, because you appreciate the need for balance.
Yes.
That you have a woman that is very emotional.
Yes.
And that you are a logical person, and that you guys can balance each other out, because that's what's necessary in relationships. You gotta be weak where the other person is strong.
Yes.
Okay.
He already said
That's
that in
the
his
idea.
everyday life.
Preach.
That's the
He's
idea.
But
logical.
would it not get tiresome if that's the only way that it is?
But
It
that's
can
who they
flip.
are.
No.
Oh, what do you
I'm
mean?
not
No,
gonna-
that's
answer
who
the
they
question.
As
are.
a woman, I'm not going to accept that men are only logical and
No,
they
not
can't
men.
be
That's-
Him.
emotional.
We
Not
say
men.
men.
Just him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fuck it, dude.
Talk
No.
about him as his feelings. Talk
No,
about him as
I
his
hear what you're
feelings.
saying.
Wipe my spit off.
We talk
Yeah.
about generally,
Not
right?
generally. All men are not logical like that.
Most of them not.
And
But go
all
ahead.
Listen,
men are
okay,
not
period.
emotional. Like
A
you
lot of
need to
men
know
are
when to
very
turn it
emotional
on, when to
creatures.
turn it
You
off.
That's
see how
why
she
you need
keeps saying
balance.
all? She keep putting that.
You had a post about this shit.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
keeps saying
I'm not
all.
getting to none of it. No.
I say a lot. A lot
I
of
ain't getting
men,
none of it.
a lot of men are not like that. A lot of men do not subscribe to a logical thinking, acting, feeling, or whatever. They're not.
But
like
you deal
that.
with those type of men.
who I deal with.
A
You
lot
just
of
say-
men don't want
She
women
broke it all
that
down.
use their brain. Like,
Tell me.
So you deal with men. You dealt with men on both spectrums.
I absolutely have.
Okay. How many times have you dealt with a man that wasn't logical?
That wasn't logical.
Yes. Is it a regular occurrence?
No, because I'm a very emotional person, so I like the opposite of me.
So why you deal with it if you know you like the opposite of you?
Why do I deal with what?
When you know he's not
Emotional men?
logical, why do you even go
I
through
like
it?
a challenge thing.
and you know
The
something.
fuck?
I'm
I like a
gonna tell you
challenge.
something.
We already had this conversation. I'm a counselor. I like a challenge. I like.
Okay,
to
so
see.
you fucking toxic. Go ahead.
See,
That's
For
fine.
me,
exactly.
You fucking
These are
toxic.
the toxic vibes, baby.
But then he just said
He's
toxic
saying
was
in
not a
his
bad thing.
It's a
relationship,
positive. I told you
Uh-huh.
that.
he's
Period.
logical, the woman's emotional.
Right.
She said in her relationship she's emotional, her man's logical.
I
They
didn't
saying
say that
Okay, so
Because
what
because
you
my man
saying?
is not.
So
We
what
not
are
even
you
about to
saying?
lie.
What are you
We
saying?
not about to lie on the
I'm
internet.
I'm just saying, what are you
He's
saying?
not.
I like it.
Girls gone wild.
No,
I want to
I'm-
hear you
I
before I
have
say what I
dated
got to say.
men that are very logical, and I have been emotional. And my
I done
current
found a fucking
relationship,
cast. I don't know
that's
what I
not a
just did.
thing.
Listen,
He-
But we
listen.
still
We
summing
balance
it
each
up
other
to
out.
one
When
or the
I'm
other. I
emotional,
got
he's
flow with
logical. When
somebody
I'm
that
logical,
can be
he's
both,
emotional.
and I can be both, and we know when to turn
Yes.
what on and what off.
Right.
And there are more words out there than just that.
No, so
you
I'm
need
saying
to know.
in my
I need my
relationship,
man to be able to show a little sensitivity like Ralph
Right.
Tresvant.
I don't know who the fuck that
You
is.
understand?
I don't
'Cause
either.
y'all babies. Y'all don't know
Nigga
who
say
Ralph-
he's-
Who?
Oh my God. Look
Who?
it up. I'm
I don't know
sorry.
who
So
I'm
my
the
question
oldest
is,
one
all right,
on the panel,
so
y'all.
since you want to talk about you need a man that got a balance.
Chaz,
No,
that.
it's a balance. Like you,
I want to ask you a real
if
question.
I
A
want
man,
to have
ask you a real
that,
question.
a man
Let me
that
ask you.
has the balance or the
Let me
man that
finish.
balances you? 'Cause
No,
that's two different
excuse me.
things.
I balance myself.
Preach.
I am who I am.
Oh, she said
Okay.
I don't need
But
to
that's
Period.
the thing. When you're dealing with somebody, you're bringing, I don't believe in that 50-50 bull crap because that's the way of the world. I believe that if you're in it with somebody, you're bringing 100 and they're bringing
I
100.
can get with
So
that.
that means you're bringing
I get with that.
your all, they're bringing their all. And
You
if
talking
you
about
got,
every day? Because some days it's not 100.
But guess what?
But if
That's
you're bringing
when,
your if he's
that's
bringing
when
his
you
100, then
bring in
he's going
what
to
you
cover up
say.
you.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what.
And vice
Excuse me,
versa.
hold
That's all
on.
I was
Right,
saying.
yeah,
Quote
yeah.
you now
Yeah.
because you said that when
Okay,
you're
I
weak,
love it.
he should be able to be.
And
so
when I'm
guess
strong, he
what?
should- yeah,
right.
So
I
there
do
are going to
this.
be days like that,
Right.
but that's not the entire relationship.
No.
So that's what I mean
Okay.
when I
This woman
say
out
you
the
have to
shadows.
know when to turn it
Yeah,
Listen,
you know,
on
we talking
and
right
when
now.
to turn it
Listen.
off.
But I
Look,
think
she
that's
told
what
you.
he's
I'm
saying.
never
He
going to
has
deal
a
with somebody
balance.
that's just always logical.
didn't
I
stop.
need you to have a little bit of
Oh,
emotion.
100%.
But that's what he's saying when he generalizes, because he's like, that's your personal
That ain't what
experience.
it sound
But
like.
that's your personal experience, because you personally need a man that's gonna balance on both sides. He got to be logical and emotional. For
That
him,
should
he's
be
like,
everybody.
but he can't be like that because that's not
Ain't nothing wrong with how
everybody.
you
He said
feel?
no. He said he's not like that all the
But
time
that's what I'm
either.
saying. He can. He's a logical person. He needs a woman that's
Are
gonna be
you
emotional.
confused? Is your
I'm
bun
crying.
too tight?
No, it's actually kind of loose. It's normally tight up.
Mr. Glow, is your
She
bun
said
too
it's
tight?
your
Normally,
bun too
look,
tight.
it's normally tight up. Like
You had a motherfucking post, right?
Uh-huh.
And me and her went over this post, right? And you said
about the ugly people.
about the ugly people.
You ain't right.
Ooh.
About the
You
ugly-
About
ain't
the
right.
ugly
For
I
that.
knew it was the ugly
I need
people.
to tell
I
everybody
knew it was
he's
the ugly
wrong
people,
for
right?
that.
What's ugly?
Unattractive
I didn't
people
see it.
can tell
Oh no,
you
he gonna
things.
fucking tell you.
So-
He did live in
Unattractive
person.
people can have advice that ain't right.
So-
You ain't right for that.
so-
What's unattractive to one may not be unattractive. It's somebody.
Baby,
if
Here
you
we
ugly,
go.
you know
Here we
you
go.
ugly.
Here we go. Here we go. Now, great. Break it down again. Break it down again.
I told you I didn't know who you was before
Listen,
today.
And
I'm great. Break it down
She
again.
loved it. I didn't know who you was for today. Y'all ain't see that part of the show.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
I
right,
want
right.
to hear.
They
I
didn't
want to
need that part.
hear
They didn't need that
with
part.
his
got that
perspective.
glow. I would just like to say that I understand perfectly that pretty privilege is a thing. But I would just also like to say that just because you ugly don't mean you don't got nothing to say. Like, that's not right. You
I
gotta
don't think he was
Hold up.
saying
Once
that.
again,
God
I gotta
made
explain it again.
everybody.
Is it my go?
let
So
us know,
the
Stan.
idea of advice, right? Because we keep using words, and I keep telling y'all, there's no reason to keep putting one definition to 100 words, right?
Right.
Advice is usable information. Usable is the context.
Right.
Usable. Like you say, the ugly person can say something.
That
That don't mean it's
They're
usable.
not mute.
Right? That don't mean
Yeah,
it's
right.
usable, right? So when I say an ugly person can't give an attractive person advice on how to date or deal or move with anybody, they can't. Right? We know what attractive is.
That's
It's-
not
Do
fair.
we?
Do
Are
you?
you
Do
attractive?
you?
That's not
I guarantee
fair.
you. No,
You
I said
feel like you're
we.
attractive?
Who the fuck
That's
is
not
we?
fair.
I'm
Who
getting
is
ready
we?
Somebody
Now,
can look
once-
at
wait a
you
minute.
and be like, you
Can I-
Man, we
fine.
all on his
Hold
ass.
up.
Watch this. Watch
Hold
this. Watch
on.
this.
Somebody
Wait.
can look at you and be like, you fine
Or
as
you
hell.
think
That's why I said
And
you
then
ugly.
somebody else can
I
look at you
agree.
and be like,
I'm not
you
dis-
ugly
I'm
as
not-
hell. That's
Now
their
one time,
feeling, their
now
perspective.
one time did I disagree
So
with what y'all
who
saying?
defines ugly?
I'm getting ready to tell you now.
Okay.
So once again, going back to using what? Bell's curve.
Perception. Go
Bell's
ahead,
curve.
The
go
median
with
and
it,
the
'cause I
average.
The
know
Bell's
it is
curve.
now.
You got
Go ahead.
68% of the people. 68. So if you put, and we'll just use a general person. If you put in their prime Janet Jackson in front of us,
She
and you
fine
put
as hell.
10 people.
I don't actually think Janet
Wait, wait,
Jackson's fine.
Wait,
Hold on,
listen.
let him
Wait.
Let him
I'm
cook.
about to
Let him
look
cook.
it up.
If
I'm
you
about
put
to
a
look it up.
prime Janet Jackson in front of us, in front of 10 of us,
Right.
Okay.
at least 7 of us is going to say she's
She
attractive.
Fine, yeah.
Whether they say fine or not, 7 of us is going to say
Based on
she's
what?
attractive.
Just looks.
That's what we're
I'm
talking about.
asking,
Yes,
just
based on
looks,
looks.
okay.
That's what we're talking about. So we're going off of that. If you put a rich
Why?
person in a
Just
room,
that.
if you put a rich person in a room and 10 broke people trying to tell that one rich person that how to get money, he's not going to listen to
None of y'all,
them.
especially if y'all not making money.
So
Right.
again, if you don't look attractive to the masses, because it is a
The
look.
masses.
It is a look. Like it is a look.
is a look.
I know men and women that like Boris Beckham, right? I
Who
don't
the
know
fuck is that?
I wear polo all the time. So
Like
he's
who?
Chad said he know who he is.
the guy that modeled for polo. I wear
What's
polo
his
all the time. Boris Beckham, I think.
Boris Beckham will be on the screen for anybody that
The
didn't know.
dark-skinned
Wait,
guy?
yeah.
I know who
Wait,
you're
what
talking
I'm
about.
gonna say
Yeah,
one of these.
he
He black, he a black
dark-skinned.
guy.
He dark-skinned.
But he been modeling for polo forever. I always been
He a
wearing
nice
polo.
looking guy.
I've always wore polo. I'm from West Baltimore. We wore
Y'all love polo.
How
from
old
the
is he?
beginning.
Excuse
How
me,
old is Boris
DC
I'm not
wears
sure.
polo.
Is
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
Fuck
it's
it. I don't
like
know.
a
Here we
back,
go with
baby,
this
that
shit.
you're
Yeah,
not
we not about to
hitting,
go
'cause I don't know who that is.
I just wear the brand polo
Say
and know him
somebody
from
that
that.
you know. Who do you know that looks
I was only
good?
trying to give a guy because it's men and
She's
women.
trying to get on the same
Christ.
page.
All right.
As you. Say
I
somebody
don't know who
else.
that is, so I don't know. I can't
All right,
tell you.
all right, Ice Spice. I guarantee you, if you put
know who
Ice
that
Spice in a
is?
room with us,
Who do
7
you
of us
know
gonna
that
say
looks
she's
good?
not
There's
attractive.
a lot of.
7 of us
Name
gonna say
one.
she's not attractive.
Okay.
That's my
She
point.
ugly.
She is.
What?
Do you think
She a
Glorilla?
high yellow
do you
woman.
think
If she ain't had no
Glorilla-
money,
Pause.
she'd be a 4 in the
What
hood.
about Glorilla?
Excuse me, vibes. You like
If she
high
had
yellow
Ask
no
women?
about
money, she'd be a
Glorilla.
4 in the hood.
Glorilla
like
is attracted to niggas in the hood.
You like high yellow
But is
women?
that attractive to the masses?
No.
That's my point.
I'm not
Okay.
So a
saying.
person that look, it's a look. It's really a
Well,
look.
can you
Like
name somebody that's attracted to the masses? Because Glorilla and Ice Spice is like a hot button.
Nicki
topic. A lot of
Minaj
people-
is
I just
attracted
said
to the
fine as
masses.
hell.
to the
To
masses,
the
right?
masses.
So
She
if you
is.
put her in front of 10 people, 7 of them gonna say
So she's
she's
attractive.
attractive.
Nine of them
And
will
the
say
other 3 that tell her she not, she ain't gonna pay them no mind.
She'll give a
Ain't.
fuck.
Because y'all don't look like I look.
Cardi B.
You understand?
it's fine as hell.
You don't
That's
think
money
Cardi
fine.
B?
That's money
That's
fine.
money
Her
fine.
husband fine too.
That's money fine. She's money fine.
Okay, I
Her
think
money made her fine.
personality
Because she wasn't
makes
on the
somebody
beginning.
attractive or not.
Because of her
I'm
teeth,
sorry.
y'all trifling.
Regardless,
Okay,
it still ain't
but
fine.
She ain't fine.
Nobody is perfect in this world.
Well, now
Like,
you're using a whole other word. It
get
ain't got
the
nothing to do
fuck
with it.
out.
Yeah.
Money can make you
she's
attractive.
cute to me.
It absolutely can.
Right?
You never seen that meme? It's like you wasn't ugly, baby. You was just broke.
Yes.
Right. Even Jay-Z saying in his own music, ain't such
A
thing
lot
as
of people
an
don't
ugly
think
billionaire.
Jay-Z attractive. He got
made-
money though.
What he say?
Jay-Z
It ain't no such thing as an ugly
is
billionaire.
because he was
So once
Jay-Z's
again,
still ugly.
so once
I'm not
again,
about
the
to go there with
Jay-Z
y'all.
was
Jay-Z is
not
not
attractive.
Wait a minute,
cute.
but
I don't
again,
care how much money he got.
listen,
He ain't cute.
but again, the
Exactly.
post came from that, meaning you can't tell if you unattractive, you can't tell an attractive person how to move with people.
Right.
You just can't.
Do you identify as attractive or unattractive?
I'm cold.
You can say I'm
talking
cold.
about?
Oh, hold on.
you
You
saying,
talking about?
hold
Fucking
on, so
cold.
you saying-
Talking about? I ain't missing out that glow for
You
nothing.
saying
What
a
are
broke
you talking
person,
about?
a broke
What are we
person
talking
can't
about?
teach a rich person nothing.
No, you can't
Not
give a rich
all
person
money.
advice.
Let's
You can't give a
pause.
rich
Let's
person
Especially if
advice
you
about
ain't
no
got
money.
it. You ain't learning your own
perspective. Let's pause.
That's not a perspective.
Can you listen for a second?
If you can make sense for 10 seconds.
Can you let me talk?
It makes
So
sense as you got on
a
camera.
rich person can't learn from a broke person why they're broke and how not to be broke
No.
from looking at that person.
You answer that.
I'm
No.
saying yes.
Because if I'm already rich,
So why
and
you
you
not
broke,
getting
I know the
moves
lesson.
So why you ain't out there getting advice from broke people and homeless people then? Why you not getting advice from broken
When
homeless
I
people
see
then?
homeless people,
No,
I
I didn't say
try to
why
be
you
like
not
that. I
getting
want
advice
to
from
help
them.
them.
Why aren't you seeking their advice? Because they out there way more than rich
They
people.
ain't trying to talk to me. That's why.
Because you ain't trying to talk to them about nothing.
I would.
Okay, so forget
I would.
broke
I don't
people.
discriminate
I have a
against people. I'm
question.
sorry.
Are you saying that unattractive people can only not tell you about relationships? Or are you saying that not to take ugly people advice at all?
And what makes
No, we was talking
somebody
about relationships.
ugly?
No,
That's
I'm
his
just asking.
personal
What makes
opinion.
somebody ugly?
Exactly.
No, it's
a
not.
personality
No,
will make you ugly.
We
right,
literally,
but we
versus
literally call it
whatever. What you
No,
want
we
to look
literally
at
just talked about the masses.
you or
No,
you and be like, oh, he
99%
fine,
of
but
the
he
time,
not. Like,
I'm not
that's
trying to be funny.
stupid.
99% of the time, when you get into a relationship, you're talking to somebody, you meet them organically, whatever, at a bar, online, whatever.
And you
You're
get
going based
a
off of
dab
what
of
they
their
look like.
That's it.
personality.
100%.
too,
You
though.
don't give a fuck. You don't know their
When you-
You
personality.
don't know nothing
You
about
don't-
them.
you don't
So
base-
Are
all
you
that don't even
talking to
matter.
them?
No, listen, I'm
Are
saying.
you talking to them at the bar?
No, I'm saying like 90 times out of 10, if I walk up to a nigga at a bar, I'm walking up to him because I think he's attractive. I have not even had a conversation with him yet.
Somebody
I ain't
gotta
never
be
met a
little
man that said,
easy
I'm
on
walking
your
up to a girl,
eye.
she gonna be my best friend.
Never.
But guess
Not
what?
never.
Never.
Not never.
That's an extra.
Not
People
never.
that you feel like are unattractive
Not
have
never.
people because that means that person isn't as shallow and they've delved into the fact of
You say
they
you walk
have
up to
a
ugly niggas
mind
at the
and
bar?
everything. No, I didn't say that.
I'm just
Do
saying.
you walk up to ugly niggas at the
I'm
bar?
not walking up to
ugly
niggas.
niggas.
They walking up to me.
If
I'm
you-
not walking
are
up
you
to
giving
anybody.
Are you giving the ugly attractive guys your number?
I ain't.
All right then. So
There's
what's
a
your
lot of
argument?
Excuse me,
unattractive
there's
ugly
been
niggas
cute
that's good
guys
niggas.
that I turned down
They
for different
are,
reasons.
But you're not, I'm
like,
not finding that out at
come
the
on.
bar. You gotta meet them somewhere else. I'm not gonna know you're not a
Depending
good
on where I'm
nigga
at
at
in
the
my
bar.
life.
Because if you ugly, no.
I don't know
No.
nobody. See, the
But
bad part
guess
about
what?
it is,
Those are the people
matter
that
more?
if you knew, they probably would make
Watch-
you laugh.
But
They
I'm not
probably
gonna find
treat
that
you
out.
They
like
don't
If
give
you
a
ugly
fuck
at
about
the
women.
bar,
Don't
you
care about
being
that.
you ain't
shallow,
cute enough,
boy.
you don't
They
get
don't give a fuck about that if y'all
So,
don't look good.
That's
look,
being
I-
shallow.
All right,
though.
so
there
That's
are
being
pretty,
shallow.
Don't-
there
don't-
are plenty of pretty women dating ugly niggas. There are. Don't
So
get
are they
mad.
ugly
It's
to
always somebody
So I
that
just
look
I just made a
better.
post
I'm
about
not
that.
dating ugly
It's
today.
always somebody that look better. It's always somebody that got a
They
better
can look
body.
better, but I just need to be on the
But if-
spectrum, like autism.
I don't date ugly
person's
niggas. I'm not gonna
personality-
do that.
Y'all
You ain't right.
sick with it.
You
I just
ain't
need to be on the
right.
spectrum.
We didn't talk about
What?
the Christians and the people with autism. Oh my Lord,
What?
we gonna be in trouble
Oh,
today.
stop.
Y'all
So
talk about everything.
my thing
What you
is,
need?
and look, I
Eight
just made a
Faster
post.
than 1800 times.
I just made a post today.
Thank
To Dimple King, I really did, and it was about insecurity.
Right. We,
Right? I literally
seen
just
that.
made- I literally just made a post about
Which
insecurity.
boils down to trust.
And I
And what
disagree.
she's expressing, you're expressing an insecurity when you use words like shallow, right? Because again, what matters the
When
most.
you look at a person
minute,
for
can you let
their
me finish?
outer
See how
appearance,
you don't even wanna
because
let- you don't
I'm
wanna hear.
I'm defending myself.
This
You don't
episode
have
is
to.
sponsored
When
by
I
Bubbles
use
Galore
the
and
word
Wendell Mills Mall.
shallow, just understand what I mean when I use it.
Shallow only
I
mean
feel
one
like-
thing.
Excuse me.
Shallow only mean
Let
one
me
thing.
give you my
Your definition of shallow.
Exactly.
But that
Wow,
don't
here we
work
go.
though.
No, I'm
we
talking
go.
about
Here
in
we
the
go.
usage of
Shawntay,
the
that's
word.
not
You
gonna
can
work on
take
him. He
a
only like
word
lies
and
and
use
everything.
it in
You gotta
multiple
give
You can use it
ways.
incorrectly.
Right.
But
You
tell
can't
me
use
if
it in
I'm
multiple ways.
incorrect.
Can't
Correct.
use it
Tell me if I'm
incorrectly.
incorrect when you hear what I'm saying.
Okay, go
Y'all
ahead,
not
go
even
ahead.
listening.
All right, go ahead.
Y'all
We
just in
listening.
attack mode.
All right, go ahead.
I think that it's shallow to look at a person's outer appearance and judge them, period. Because you wouldn't want somebody to judge you and be like,
but where we at though? Because at the bar, I'm not.
oh, you too
She's not
light
making
skinned, you too
sense.
dark skinned, you cute, you ugly. This person can have a bomb ass personality,
Right.
can be the best supportive person in your life, can make you laugh, can cook their ass off, good ass sex, everything.
Right.
But you missing that opportunity because you're being shallow-minded.
Yes.
Saying that, guess what? I'm not gonna go.
That's why
she got a point.
I'm not gonna go dip into the. I'm gonna stay in the shallow water. I'm not gonna dip into the deeper water because I don't like what I see in the outer shell.
But I don't think that's shallow. I think that everybody
But what's the
has their
difference between
preference.
shallow and preference?
No, okay, so there's a thing.
Shallow has negative connotations to it. Preference
Shallow
don't.
might be your
I think that
personality.
Cardi B is attractive. Some of y'all don't.
Do you think she's attractive now?
I'm looking at her now. That's what
Okay,
we're
so you
talking about.
think Cardi B with money is attractive?
I've seen her, she's not been an ugly girl.
Because you've seen her with money.
Her teeth might be whatever. Some people might like somebody.
It was teeth,
with
it was
a
body,
gap
it was
without a
everything.
gap.
Yeah.
So what if a tooth is crooked or not? What the hell does that got to do with the rest of a person?
Because what you missing is
That's
what you said.
shallow.
Again,
and I'm telling you,
so
it's
now can
fact and opinion what I'm speaking.
But wait,
so
how
again,
does
it is
preference
different.
make you
okay,
shallow?
listen. Wait a minute. Let's
What
just go
would
back
you
to what
say?
she was saying.
I said, does
So
preference
she
make
said
you shallow?
Once again, she used the word
Preference is your
shallow.
personal thing.
Hold on. So
That's your
so you use the word shallow, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying shallow has negative connotations
Meaning
behind
that
it.
you're not willing to go deeper than what you
You still not letting nobody talk.
Go ahead.
Shallow has negative connotations. The reason why people utilize words like shallow because they have certain insecurities, right? Again, the most important thing when you're talking to anybody is their looks. Because if they listen, we all saying it.
Though.
No, this is to the masses. 68% of the world gonna tell you this.
Look at her.
This nigga had a number. He said 68%.
It's keep going back to that bell curve, baby.
Because it is.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying that.
But we saying in the masses.
You're not gonna allow somebody to walk up to you with a hole in their shoe with one eyebrow, and you're gonna give them your number.
Why do you
That's unattractive.
You know that they don't have it together.
But you're not going to do it.
Shawntay, you gonna date a dude that only got one eyebrow?
No, I'm not.
So you shallow.
So you shallow.
But
So you
no,
shallow.
That's not
See,
what
you
I'm
shallow. We
saying.
got it. You fucking shallow.
I'm gonna look at that person like, you know what?
You're not even gonna get around to that personality.
You might be nice, but you ain't getting your number.
I'm not giving him my number.
come
He only
on.
got a
Right.
They might give her number to the subway.
But you still saying it. But you're saying the same. That's my point. Like you're not even listening to your own definition of what you're saying.
Because I'm going.
The idea is look. The idea is looks. The idea is looks.
But that
Because if you don't look a certain way,
both of her eyebrows.
if you don't look a certain way,
Still on his fucking eyebrows.
if you don't look a certain way for anybody, you're not even gonna get that chance to get to their personality.
You're right.
If they can
I
cook,
agree.
if they got good sex,
That's true.
if they
But
got a
you
good
said
heart.
something,
argue
ho.
with that.
But you
Go back.
said
But
something.
what's attractive to you? Forget
But
the
that's gonna go.
masses.
You said something. That's gonna go exactly what you're talking about, and you're talking about seeing people different than.
For who they are.
Now you said because I wrote it down. Men don't see a woman interacting with an attitude.
All facts. It's all facts. So if you understand
No,
I
a man,
agree. I agree with you.
if a man don't see her as a wife until her attitude.
Are you willing to take somebody unattractive though as your wife, even if her attitude shows
No,
wife?
listen what you just said.
If her attitude shows wife,
Don't say if he's not attracted to her, she's not even about to get there.
we ain't even.
All right, cool.
If
So-
she ugly, he's not about to know
So
her
the
attitude.
the physical appearance is just the sexual attraction.
Right.
The physical appearance is just a sexual
Do you
attraction.
got to be sexually attracted to somebody to be in a relationship with them?
I do.
Yes.
No, is that a general statement or is that personal?
Personal.
That should be 90% of the
I don't give a
world.
fuck. It's personal.
I'm crying.
That should be 90%, if
But
not
we all
100. But
know
I'll give
somebody
90.
that's
I'll
fucking
give
somebody
90.
ugly. Y'all not about to sit here and
That's
say
why
y'all
I
ugly.
do. That's why I gave you 90.
Okay.
I gave you 90. But those 10%, they ain't worried about the looks. They worried about everything else that they provide.
Okay.
But 90% of people should be worried about what their partner look like, because if you're not physically
I
attracted
don't
to
give
that
a fuck
person,
about
not
nothing you got
even being
going on.
sexually
Wait, I have a question.
That's
So
explosive with that
Shawntay, is
person.
that shallow?
somebody that's looking for
Wait,
somewhere
Shawntay,
to
is that
stay
shallow?
and
or some
somebody to
money
pay
or a
for
sugar
all their-
daddy
Yeah,
or
yeah,
a female
yeah.
getting a BBL thinking that's
Yeah,
going to put her in the
yeah,
spotlight.
We
to
was
get
just
paid
talking
by
about
a
getting a
billionaire.
BBL.
Well, BBL's taking
talking
over.
about
I'm
getting
You was
BBL.
talking about getting a
I'm not
BBL?
getting a BBL. You're getting whatever
BBL
came out for
taking
this
over,
baby
like-
stink. It ain't changing.
They taking
You
over.
get
I
whatever
ain't
body
mad
So-
at
came
nobody
out
for
for
doing
this
it, but
You gotta think about
It
it.
ain't changing.
Hold on.
But is that shallow though? That
What?
he said so 90% of people are dating somebody that's attracted to them. or that they're attracted to. So are they shallow then?
I find that respectable because the
Find
point
it
is,
respectable.
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you something. You have to be attracted to a person, but I don't believe that the word attractive is only in the physical. Somebody has to catch your eye, but somebody else might look at them and be like, "Damn, they ain't that cute."
No, that's fine.
But so
you might
vibes,
find that, and
the
then when you talk and interact with
that's
this
how they
person,
keep your attention. That's fine. I agree with
Right.
you.
Hold on,
but
but
that don't
vibes,
make them shallow.
but vibes
Right.
asks about
Well,
a
we not
man.
going back to
So
the
what we trying
shallow
to tell
thing,
y'all?
that's all.
Vibes asking about a man seeing a wife.
Right.
We're saying we're
Right,
trying to
we on
answer.
to the
Y'all
next
can't
question.
answer that because y'all not the man.
Right.
Y'all are the wives. So what
I've
I'm
had
saying,
a
no,
wife
listen,
before.
listen,
Shit.
no, listen.
I
I'm
had a
getting ready to
fake
pose a
wife
question. I'm getting ready to
before.
pose
No,
a
I'm
Yeah, I
question.
had a fake wife before
You
too.
not hearing me.
I'm getting ready-
I had a
Did
fake
you-
wife before.
Did you have a
Okay,
fake
did you
wife,
hear
Michael?
what
Did you hear what? I think you need to elaborate. Hey,
I
she
think
putting
you
you
need to
on.
You said
elaborate.
I
To
have a
talk
fake
to her
wife
what she
before?
mean, bro. I
I,
So you
Shawntay,
had a fake
have
wife before?
had a fake wife before.
So
What
you
do
been
that mean?
pegging?
Excuse me?
Oh, I don't know. Is that what a fake wife was? I don't know.
Why was she fake? Why was she not a real
It
wife?
It wasn't
So
no
you're pegging?
ceremony.
you gotta
but was
ask her
committed
why.
to-
What was her
You
fake wife?
already
What was your
know
fake
this.
wife? No,
Right.
what was your fake wife?
She about to get into it.
What was your
Why
fake
was
wife?
she
I've
fake?
indulged in that lifestyle before.
You were a lesbian.
That's why I tell y'all beliefs
are you-
can change.
You were
Excuse
a
me.
lesbian.
There are other words. Y'all use one word. You could be a lesbian. You could be bisexual.
Well, I'm asking.
You
Were
could
you
be what- I
bisexual?
have dealt with women before.
So are you
Yes, I
bisexual
have.
currently?
Currently, women have turned me off.
So
I
you-
just told her I still
So your
find-
beliefs ain't changed.
Excuse me, I still know, and I'm gonna tell you because this is my personal life. I'm not gonna let you read me and tell me who I am.
Shit.
So
What's
what
read-
I'm
how am I
telling you is,
Shit.
I didn't know
what
I could
I'm
read you.
you can't, because it ain't even on the shelf unless I
What
open
the
the
what?
pages,
I'm lost.
which I'm
She said
trying
her
to
book ain't
do.
on the shelf. Thank
What
She
I'm
said-
trying to
Oh,
do,
oh,
This
is
audible,
you need to
bro.
listen. The point is,
Hate
I
you.
have indulged in a lifestyle
Okay.
for years, right?
Okay.
But then I'm also a Christian, right? I prayed about it.
Wow.
Can you be both?
Understand?
Okay.
Can you be both?
I'm sitting
That is
here.
perception.
That is the Bible.
But if I'm
Listen.
so y'all telling me I'm not a fact if I'm telling y'all my life.
I'm telling you that's not a
it's
fact.
not okay. So what
You
am
can't
I then?
be. You
What
could
am
be a
I?
Christian and be gay, yes. But if you're going off the Christian views, no, that is
No,
unacceptable.
Okay.
not the Christian views.
You
the
contradicting
Bible.
yourself right
I'm
now.
saying I'm not saying nothing
You
wrong with it.
contradicting
So
yourself.
you said you could be a
First of
Christian
all,
and be
I'm gonna
bisexual.
tell you as a human,
Give it to me.
a Christian,
Right.
that is not
Very
the
in.
way to live as a Christian.
Okay, but you
right?
did it anyway.
And yeah, because we all sin. Nobody's perfect. You got your sin, you got yours, you got yours.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Can
you're
I-
gonna
can I
let
say
me
something about
finish
perfect?
talking.
You
for
gonna
once.
let her?
You're
Martin Luther
gonna
King
let
said
me
you gonna
finish
let her
talking.
finish.
The whole
I wanna
point
say
that
one
I'm
thing about
making
perfect.
is
So
I've
did
dealt
Jesus
with
said
that and
Right.
I've indulged in that lifestyle. I got some enjoyment out of that lifestyle.
Shit, me too.
But it was a point that
Really?
that crap started
bro.
making
I hate
me.
you.
Oh, that's easy.
What?
We
He said he was
lesbians.
I hate
Excuse
y'all.
me.
We
It's a
lesbians.
point where I
I
got
was saying
more
that before
into
Drake.
God and I knew I started feeling a certain type of way.
Right.
And this is why I say your beliefs in certain stuff can change because I was one of them go hard. You can't tell me that I'm being wrong. I
Right.
am who I am. This is my life.
Right.
And then I'm like, God wins. You understand what I'm saying?
But
So
you-
I prayed about it. I worked on it. Certain situations happened. I started looking at things from a different perspective, which turned into facts. Like some women are crazy. So I'm like, okay.
So you never stopped being bisexual. You just said some women turned you
I
off.
can still look at a woman and say, damn, she's a
So
So you
attractive
can
all
still
women-
munch on one
All
cheek.
women turned you off. Like no woman in this world can bag you. You completely
I
left
don't want
that.
to be in a relationship
But
with
you
a
will
woman.
fuck a
I
woman.
don't.
Of course
I
you would.
could.
Would you
but I
though?
don't want to.
But would you? Is there no woman in this world that you
at
will
this
fuck?
point right now, no.
I'm not fucking no woman, but I'm straight.
If I
so
did
I'm
it,
just,
it would be
you know.
for a reason at this point.
Because you wanted to. I hope so.
Listen, this might be a very
The
controversial
point
question.
is that I don't
Are you
look
saying
at
Everything
women
we've been
the
doing
same.
so far has been controversial.
Oh, 100%.
Clearly. So
He's on the
are
brink
you
like of
saying
autism.
that-
Please let her get her question out, Glow.
We're talking to each other. That was y'all
Okay,
talking to
but
each other.
we want to listen to her and
Okay,
respect what she's saying.
All right, go
Mr.
ahead.
Dimple King and Mr. God, I have a
Excuse
question.
me.
What's your
Go ahead, Taj.
We
question?
all got a
Go ahead,
glow.
Taj.
He not the only
Go ahead,
glow
Taj.
on
My
this
question
stage.
is, are you saying that, because a lot of people say this, that you were delivered and you no longer like women?
Not delivered.
Or
Delivered.
I'm not trying to be funny.
That was deliberate.
I'm asking, are you saying that it was
I'm
just
gonna
a point
use
where
a
like
cigarette as an example.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm
Oh,
trying
shit.
to quit a cigarette. So when I quit a cigarette,
quit
and
just
then
one cigarette?
no,
Are you
listen.
quit a
When I
cigarette, the
listen,
pussy?
I'm trying to give you a lesson.
Go ahead. Let me hear.
An
She
example.
said she the elder. Go ahead.
Excuse me. The same way that he used all these various examples, okay, Mr. Toxic Clinic, whatever. I'm using this example because I know that I need to stop smoking for health reasons and all that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But it's something mentally that I need to get on board with. So when I stop, and let's say I haven't had a cigarette for like 3 months, that's not going to say, oh, you know what? I wouldn't mind smoking a cigarette because I'm stressed right now. Or I know it'll feel good if I smoke a cigarette, but I know I don't need that cigarette.
I ain't never had some pussy that say I just need, right now might be a good idea.
Excuse me, so you never had a female that y'all always beef, but the sex was good, and you like, dang, I don't want to deal with that drama, but the sex is good.
Tell the truth.
Same freaking thing.
Tell the truth.
That don't sound like the same
so
thing.
I have a question.
Oh, he gets what I'm saying.
But I
He
get
gets
what you're
I'll
saying.
smoke that fucking cigarette, I swear to God.
It's still a struggle for you.
I swear to God.
Still
It's
find
not a
women
swear to
struggle
God.
because I'm not out here looking for a woman.
I'm not saying you are, but I'm
chilling.
saying that if a
There's
woman
people that
approaches
still
you,
try
are
to
you
holler
still-
at me
Right.
from back in the day,
I wanna ask
and
her a
I can
question.
resist them because
Hey,
that's not
Shawntay?
what my attraction is.
Shawntay, right? Shawntay, my question when you said
Yes, Glow.
when you said you had a fake wife, right?
I was just,
No,
I was letting
no,
you know
it's
and
a
lead
question.
you into
Listen,
that
it's-
lifestyle.
It's
That
a
was
real
it.
question. Like literally, hear the question.
Yeah.
The same way he asked me the question about a man don't see a wife until he interact with her attitude.
Mhm.
Did you look at it the same way? Like
I
you
surely did. And guess what? I was the person who always left. And this is
because
why
the
I had
attitude
drama
more
in
so
my
turned
life.
you away
And I
from.
also, I always said, I don't know how men would deal with this because when I wanted to
We
exit
don't
the
know either.
relationship,
We know.
when
Yeah,
I
we
wanted
know.
to
How
exit
we
the
deal with
relationship,
y'all
I
is a
had
really good
so
question.
much drama.
So
That's what
It's
come
like,
with
man,
it.
why
That's
you
what come
causing
with
me
it.
hell? Like,
That's
this
what
not
come with
working
y'all
no more. I
niggas
want to
too.
go.
The reason why
Get
I
into
asked
it.
that is because we got to that point where we was thinking, I was saying the logic supposed to supersede emotions. What you just said is why
Was the
logic
logical part.
supersede emotions.
But they turned my
You understand what
emotion
I'm saying?
off from
No.
their behavior.
No.
So it made me.
They didn't turn your
that
emotions
decision.
off. That's why. That's the point. I'm trying. Listen, logic's supposed to supersede emotions. If you
Always.
allow your emotions
True.
to turn off your logic, then
Right.
guess what? You were never supposed to be there anyway. Because logically, you're supposed to understand that we love each other.
Well, that
Regardless of what's
logic
going
kicked
on,
in
I still
and
fuck
the
we
with
love
you.
each other.
Yeah.
But if it turns off that,
You was never
You
supposed
was
to
never
be.
supposed to be there.
That's not you.
you was
I
never
feel you.
supposed to be there.
Well, I
agree.
guess that's why I'm not there.
So
Is this thing on?
hence why the whole question to a man don't see a wife until he interacts with her attitude. Depending on how far
I
the
never
attitude
disagreed
goes,
with that. You just
Yes.
a
never
man
had a
would
chance
never.
to talk
A man be like,
about it.
yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. God, I have a question.
See, he's
I got
never got a
answers.
chance to really
Do
answer
you
that
see a
question.
wife in the woman that you are currently dating?
I do.
You better
I
say
do.
that if you dating her right now.
That ain't got shit
Cause
to
she
do-
watching this show.
Do you not know I will say how bad that shit is? Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I'm 100%
Shout out to
understanding
whoever the
of
woman is
Right,
that can
the
deal
logic.
with this
Whoever is dealing with
personality.
They was drinking
every
Don
day.
Julio
Yeah.
not too long ago.
He just saw that.
Right.
He just said, like, he just saw it. Like,
You
deserve
deserve
a
it.
hand
You
clap.
got a
listen.
whole
So
handful.
I'll tell you. I'll reveal something personal. This is something
Okay.
personal. I'll reveal. This
Oh,
is real funny. This is
shit.
some funny. This is funny, but real shit at the same time. She's met people, and I told her even before now. I said, you're gonna meet people in my life that's
Right.
gonna ask you when you meet them how you even deal with that motherfucker.
Prayer.
Mhm.
Because they can't deal with you.
I'm one of the ones where
Prayer.
I'm like that. You can
Yeah.
only take so much of me
That's
at a
me,
time.
nigga.
You
It
can only
actually
take
is.
so
That's
much of me.
me,
You
nigga.
can only take so much of me at some time.
It
But if
is.
you one of them people that can take a lot of
I'm
me,
on your ass.
But that's when you know that it's meant to be because
well,
I've
whether
had
it's meant to be or
people-
not, it don't have to be just a relationship with a woman type of thing. It's like a friendship with a guy.
If you
Like,
can take all
if
the
you
meat
can take-
all the time.
that's my point.
Right.
Say it again. In general,
right.
in general, me explaining
That's his
myself.
favorite word,
in general,
child.
generically speaking,
He
if you
love
can
his
take
I
a
can
word.
meet
lot
you
of
today
me,
and be like, I never want to be in a room with his
exactly.
ass
But then you
again.
can also meet me
But-
today and remember me 10 years from now without ever seeing me again.
Right.
Because he gave you that.
Because I gave you a lot of that.
He gave you
I
a lot of that.
I'm gonna remember the ponytail.
Of course, this is what happened.
So he gave you something.
I gave you something. You
Gave
walked
you
away
something.
with something more than
you got
what it
feelings
was.
'cause you never felt
I'm not
it.
touching his hair.
Why?
It's not a thing for me. I'm okay.
But he asked you to feel it.
He
though.
absolutely did, and I'm okay.
I asked, did you want to? Because most people, when they see it, they want to feel
But
it.
everybody knows what blow dry hair is like, though.
He said he mixed with something.
It's
You
like,
used to-
listen,
it's
I
like
believe
he
you.
wanted
I'm
you to
sure
feel
it feels very nice, honey. That is the hair on his head, and I'm okay with that.
This thing got real spicy.
Okay.
You had a conversation on your post about there was a difference between good sex and plentiful sex.
Yes.
Can you explain to the listeners and the viewers what the fuck
like
that
that
is?
post.
So, again, I was expressing how some people take the idea of saying they can have sex with anybody,
Plentiful.
and that's just plentiful sex.
Yes.
That don't make it good.
Oh, I didn't have just plentiful
Because
and bad
all
sex.
of us, specifically women, y'all can have sex with anybody. Anybody at any given time, all you gotta do is say, I'm ready to give you something.
Right.
Male or female or animal
A
or
nigga
toy.
will go.
A nigga,
You gotta ignore
90% of the
something.
time,
You
if not
gotta
100.
ignore some
I
cause,
almost think
right?
About 95.
Yeah, about 95.
95%.
Maybe almost
niggas
like a
gonna
condom,
go.
98.9.
Yeah, we
like
don't use
something
that.
like that. But a person gonna go, right? That's just plentiful sex.
Absolutely.
That's not good sex.
So what
Good
makes
sex
good?
is sustainable. Good sex is what make you say, damn, I wouldn't even got treated like that, but since he doing this or since she doing this, I'm
I'ma stay.
allow that
Wait,
shit
you
to
said
happen.
so good dick make you stay?
Boom.
Yes.
Good dick, good pussy. However you want to look at it. It
You
wasn't
ain't never
good.
had no good dick then.
If you said her next
You ain't never had no good dick then. Right, you ain't never had no. If I drop this missile on your ass right now, you ain't leaving. I swear for God. I swear for God. I swear for God.
Certain things
Let
that
me tell
you
you
can deal
something.
with, but like cheating and
No,
and all
that's
that,
a lie.
no.
That's a lie because
Boy.
good
Yeah,
sex.
that's
And
some
again, I'm not gonna just say good dick.
You might not be the same, but you gonna double back. You gonna double back.
Let me tell you something. Good dick, it can absolutely.
Chance,
make
I
you
hear
feel
you
some
back
type
there
of way.
dropping that missile.
It can make you change your life. It can make you think a couple things. But after
It
a
can have you a
while,
little cloudy.
let me tell you something. I'm not gonna speak in general because I know you like that. For me, good dick don't sustain you. It might cloud your judgment. You might be dickmatized for a little while, but that shit gets
What's a little
old.
while? Let's go with a little while.
When
See,
another
when you wait,
person becomes involved, I'm out.
Shawntay, wait a minute. When you said little while, you're actually adding a time to it.
I
So
am.
now I want you to apply a real
Because
number. What's a
When
little
she
while?
comes to her senses.
What's a little while?
I'll
I'm
have
talking about
my own
yourself.
personal treatment. Okay,
Your
so
own personal experience. What's a little while for you?
After about
That's
like
when.
6 months, I like look.
All right, so 6 months. You saying
Why are you putting
6
months
months?
on it? It's
because
when you
he
come
said
to
no.
your
He
senses.
said
hold on, Shawntay, hold on,
give a
Shawntay.
time limit.
Hold
In
on,
my
Shawntay.
own personal experience. After about 6 months, I was like,
All
you
right,
gotta do something else.
All right, so you're saying good sex for you 6 months. After 6 months, you ain't dealing with it no more, right?
No, I'm not saying I'm not dealing with it no more. You gotta do something else. It can't just be good dick.
No. Make up your mind now.
Ask me.
Answer the question. You said after a little while, then you said 6 months. So
Okay.
after 6 months, you're done with that person.
No. If they're not-
Then it's longer than 6 months. Make up your mind.
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
So
Because if they
I'm
don't do
confused
nothing
about what
else,
you're asking.
so if they
check
don't do
out.
nothing else,
If they
You
don't do
check
nothing
out
else,
how much more
emotionally.
time they got if they don't do
they don't
nothing
have
else?
nothing else.
You check
That-
out emotionally
Once
and
again,
keep having
we're
sex
talking
with
about
them.
once again, we're talking about good sex.
Are we
You
only
said-
talking about sex or we talking
She
about a
checked
relationship?
out. She telling you after
asking,
6
because
months
I need
She
emotionally.
didn't check out yet.
No,
She
I'm
didn't check out
asking
yet.
She
you.
said
I'm
she
asking you.
checked
Are we only
out.
talking about sex or we
But
talking
she'll
about a
still
relationship?
have sex
We're
with them.
talking about good. You're only gonna have that kind of sex with somebody if you're in a relationship, right?
No.
Emotion.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute.
No,
So-
I was a
hold on.
Supreme side nigga dropping
Wait a
missiles.
minute. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Right now, I'm not in a
Listen to what I'm saying.
relationship.
Listen to what I'm saying. Though. Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Listen to what you just said.
Right.
You was a
What'd you
side
say?
nigga
Right.
dropping missiles,
Right.
hitting bottoms.
Right.
That girl was accepting that, right?
Right.
And he was accepting
No.
it too. If he
You
was
missing
a
what I
side
just
nigga.
said. If she was accepting it, right? She was accepting it. What else you think she was dealing with because she was accepting one person that was the side man? Oh, my side nigga is the one that's dropping the missile on me. So she could have been dealing with so much shit. So
Okay.
you looking at it from
But she
your
want the
perspective.
whole
Okay.
That's why.
perspective with the
Wait.
other dude.
Only reason why I'm bringing up her because she said
No,
my
I'm
own
asking. She
perspective.
want the
Yeah, but you
whole
didn't
stuff to be
you
with
didn't
the other
answer
dude.
like what we was talking
I
about.
just said it.
No, because
sex
I'm
in a
asking you,
relationship. You're
only
not
in a
going to be having that kind of
relationship.
sex with somebody if you're not in a relationship. as a woman. He's saying it from a man's point of view.
That's not true. I disagree, sir. I disagree.
So you saying that women won't keep their boyfriend and
Mr. Glow, I disagree.
Let me ask the question because I think the 1800 got to you.
I know. Excuse
me. Do sex get
I
better?
have good sex.
Wait a minute. Do
sex
get better in a relationship?
Yes.
I don't know.
So if you wait a minute, don't because you're a man. So we're looking at it different. So if sex get better, if you're in a relationship, you just answered my question.
What about a situation?
So you're not gonna allow it to last. You're gonna allow it to last longer than 6 months.
What about a situation?
If it got better, if it's not, you say in a relationship. I'm asking
No.
you. I have a question.
If
You're sleeping with somebody, right? You're not in a relationship with them. The dick is just good. You're just using them, like he said, like as a side nigga.
That's exactly what that is.
We're not saying that, but you're not taking it to.
You can be in a relationship and be your side bitch. You can be a side nigga in a relationship.
But I'm saying you're not taking into consideration the fact that other needs are being met. That's why I said about after 6. No, I'm saying for me, after 6 months, it was over because other needs were not being met. If he's dropping dick off and he's just a side nigga, that other dude is doing something that he's not doing.
What if you single? What if you're
if she didn't need what that other dude was doing, she wouldn't.
I'm only asking from your personal. First, you bring up your personal perspective. Now you want to generalize it. Which one are we talking about?
Because
I think you're confusing yourself.
I'm not at all. I don't do side niggas. But I'm saying,
so why are you talking about side?
So what are we talking about?
Talk about me.
Because if you're
saying having good sex, what does that
I'm
make?
asking you.
I didn't actually.
Are you taking what comes with it?
One person.
What are you asking?
All right.
Okay, so if you have 2 men, doesn't that mean that somebody is giving you something that the other person isn't?
I don't. Is that what you was dealing with?
I'm asking you.
I don't understand the question. Why would I? How would I know?
Have you ever had
These two motherfuckers right here, boy.
Have you ever had a side bitch?
No.
You've never had
You ain't never had a side bitch, Jim Jones?
I never cheated before.
Say what?
I've never cheated before.
I love that.
You're from Baltimore.
I've never cheated before.
Hashtag black men don't cheat.
I've never in my entire life cheated before.
Apparently, vibes cheat.
What's your average range of a relationship?
I've never cheated in my life.
But you ain't got to just cheat physically. Have you cheated emotionally?
He might not be committed in a relationship.
That's wrong. So you're in a relationship and you're not emotionally attached?
Relationship, he doesn't have to cheat.
Yes, you've never been with your woman and then engaged in a conversation outside of the respect of your woman.
Is that emotionally attached?
Yeah.
That's emotionally cheating.
So having a conversation is emotionally attached?
If you're having a conversation that your woman would not want you to have with another woman, you're emotionally cheating.
You saying that when you're single, you've seen multiple women.
No, you're having a conversation that you should be having with your girlfriend, but you're having it with somebody else.
Yes.
But is it his girlfriend?
So once again, wait a minute. I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding what y'all saying. Emotionally cheating.
Right.
Is.
You're giving something that's supposed to be for your woman to another woman, like something about your life, your day, your sexual preference.
Were you actually in a relationship? Were you single and just saying multiple
No, I'm
women?
trying to answer this cheating part emotionally because I'm kind of confused by the emotional cheating.
I'm trying to get this man a lifeline. He don't want to take
you don't want to take lifeline.
So
emotionally cheating is
you imagine taking a lifeline with somebody that ain't making sense?
Emotions.
I'm making more sense than you making right now because you the one that sound I'm confused.
So when you be better off admitting that you're confused than acting like you know?
I said you.
That's my point.
Confused.
If I'm confused, why would I act like I know?
If you'll stop talking and listen to what they saying, you'll understand, bro.
She was not fulfilling a need for you emotionally. I know you're a logical person. She was not fulfilling that need for you emotionally. So you went to another woman.
No, because I don't understand that whole.
What you mean? You don't understand.
I'm saying.
Hashtag black men don't cheat.
No, I said I never cheated.
He's Japanese.
Right. I'm blazing. I'm a Japa nigga. I'm a Japa
I have
nigga.
a question.
I'm
You've never been with a woman and then wanted another woman. So what do? Do you leave the first woman to get with the other woman and that's why you didn't cheat?
So your question. No,
oh my God,
listen,
dude,
I'm with women and be wanting other women all the time. I just said I'm with women and want other women all the time. I've never was with a woman sexually and then went and had sex with another woman.
Okay,
if that was my girlfriend, never in my entire life. Never in my. I'm literally answering your question for real.
If you wanted to, then you would leave that person.
That don't
to
make
be
sense.
with somebody else.
So he's saying,
that don't.
I'm in a relationship with you. Why am I even thinking about having sex with somebody else?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's normal.
What I'm saying is, just because I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna go out and have sex with somebody else.
That's because that doesn't mean just because you're in a relationship doesn't make other people unattractive.
If they do, then you're retarded.
That's respectable if you really feel like that.
That's crazy.
You're on the
That's
spectrum.
respectable if you really feel like that. If you're being honest,
I feel like I've never cheated.
Okay,
You
and that's
feel like I'm literally
respectable
saying-
too.
I said you feel like, but I know.
have.
Like I never-
I have.
What she's saying,
I said what he said
Can we
was
get back to this
respectful.
emotional cheating
I
thing? I really want to ask Vibes.
respectable.
I
You
really
don't
wanna
hear what I'm
That's
saying?
the whole thing.
I
That's
really
the
want to
thing.
ask Vibes. I don't want to ask the women because y'all already emotionally cracked up anyway. I want to ask Vibes
I'm
as a man.
logical and
Listen what I'm saying.
emotional.
Listen what I'm saying.
And
I want
some
to
other stuff,
listen.
too.
I just want to ask another man
Whole
so I can get a
journey.
better understanding.
Before we get out of
Vibes.
here,
What
I'm
about
gonna-
cheating?
Look, it's been about 5 hours.
I'm going to let you know what
He be
emotionally
cheating.
cheating is.
Okay.
Emotionally cheating is if you are with a woman, y'all are in a relationship,
Mhm.
and then you engage in a conversation with another woman, rather it be how you're feeling,
Okay.
sexual conversations, your dreams, hopes, aspirations,
Got you.
that you share kind of specifically just for this other woman.
Okay.
You are emotionally cheating.
Okay. Now, real quick. Does the conversation itself make it emotional, or you actually have to have a
The
feeling for the
conversation
person?
itself.
Got you. So I can't tell a female friend, just in general. I don't have
I
no
see where
female
you at.
friend.
God damn it.
I don't have no female
God
friends.
damn it, I'm in the
But
box.
so I can't tell a female friend
You don't have
that
no
I'm having a
female
bad
friends.
day.
Okay, let's say
Did
you.
you-
Or
did you
wait,
have
wait,
the
wait, 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 wait.
I
Let me
can
finish
see
asking the
why.
man. I want
Okay,
to
go
ask this
ahead.
man.
Ask
See,
him.
I
Or I
can see
can't tell my
why.
female
You ain't no
friend
female
got me.
friends.
that my
Y'all hear
girlfriend
this?
Bro, you
is
got
not
me.
paying
I'm in the
attention,
box.
and I'm trying to. I'm like, so I can't tell my female friend. I don't have any female friends.
Let's say you're,
but I'm
you're
asking that
attracted
point.
to this one.
Well,
You're
But I'm
attracted.
attracted to every woman that I
You're
talk
only
to.
getting male perspective.
I'm not going to talk to a woman I'm not attracted to. That's
Crazy.
I
Oh,
mean,
you
that
can't
is
talk to
wild.
You can't have
Hold on.
ugly
You can't talk to ugly
friends.
people either?
no, what we,
You shallow,
Yeah, that's
dude.
crazy.
no,
as
no.
fuck,
Listen
bro.
to what y'all just
You
said.
can't have ugly friends either.
Wait.
You only talk to
You are
women you're
shallow
attracted
as
to.
Wait. Listen,
fuck.
how is that? Wait a minute. So y'all missing
That
everything y'all said.
ponytail
No, you
too
just said
tight,
it.
dude.
No,
You
no,
said
sir.
you only talk to women that
That
you're
I'm attracted
attracted
to.
Excuse me,
to.
do
Yes.
you not
Right.
hear this?
That's why I don't
I
have
heard him.
female friends.
Okay.
So
See,
you
y'all missed
had
that part.
attractive.
I don't have.
You
female
had no
friends.
attractive
Okay.
female friends.
I don't have any female
If he
friends.
Why?
Because I'm
Something
attracted
attracted
to
to
them.
Yes.
Okay,
What are we
so
talking
then
about?
you
I
being
fuck
real.
with it.
So
So
you
that's
being
why you
real.
don't emotionally cheat because you
Most
don't have female
dudes, they
friends.
won't
Right.
admit
So that's
that.
why you didn't understand
Okay,
the
I got
Most
concept.
dudes
What
won't
I'm
admit
my
that.
telling
point.
you,
They want you to
Excuse me,
feel like they're
sir.
female friends,
Mr.
just their
Toxic
friends,
I'm
but
here to
they
tell
know
you
that if
there are
that
men in
friend
this
is
world
ready to go,
Yes.
that
then
keep
they
women
gonna do
around
it.
so that they can
That's why you
emotionally
can't
cheat.
trust
And
niggas.
I get that,
She
but
said you
that's
can't trust
You
I
niggas.
can't
get that. But
trust
what y'all was
niggas
expressing,
most of the
I didn't
time.
understand it
No,
because
I understand.
first of all, people loosely use the word friend. So
Guess
that's the
what?
first bad part
Once
anyway.
you just explained that, bro, I understand what you
I see
saying
what
and I
you saying now.
respect that.
Because
Yeah.
Because most dudes, they lie and they be like, I got female friends.
No,
they my
they ain't my
friends.
friend.
And
Female
it's
friends
just
ain't
If I
this.
want to fuck you, you
Listen,
ain't my
but they
friend.
know-
if that girl got my number,
And if she
I
say
was
she
attracted
ready
to her.
go,
That's how she got my
and if
number,
she ready
and
to
that's
go,
how I
then
got
you
her
gonna
number.
go. I can respect
No.
that shit.
Now
yo.
listen,
You just said
I'll
something.
go
I
as
have
long
a
as I'm not
question
in a
about it.
relationship.
Okay, I
but
hear
yeah,
that. You guys
that's
say
a fact.
fake.
What's your
But
question,
I
Taj?
still-
Before
I
we get
respect
out of
what
here,
you're
Taj,
saying.
what's your question?
One
No,
more
I
question.
respect
You
what you're
said
saying.
if it's somebody you want to fuck, it's not your friend.
Right.
It
I
can't
can't. You can't be my friend if I
be.
want to
It
fuck you.
can't. It's no
How many
way.
female
It's
friends
a
you got?
Right now,
You
I
need to
would
get
say
Hey,
probably
sis.
two.
Sis.
One's gay,
What he's
100%.
saying is, it's
She's-
a possibility, and if an opportunity presents
You're not my
itself,
friend.
and he's
If I
not in
wanna
a
fuck you.
relationship,
Nah.
That's just like a
What
woman
man
saying
you-
she got
when
all
is
these
he
male
listening?
friends.
I got
If he wanna-
associates like a
when is he
motherfucker.
sex with
listening
you,
to
he
your
ain't your friend.
feelings
friend.
and your emotions
I
for
agree.
it?
It's no
and
way.
he don't
If you
want
have
to
a
screw
friend
you.
that does not want to have sex with you, that's nothing
If
that
he
you
don't
ever
want to be
been.
with you.
There's nothing that's ever been between the two of y'all. You accept that as you. That's just being your friend.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't have any females in your
No.
life that's never wanted to have sex with you.
That his
You
knowledge.
saying me? I'm
I'm
talking about
To
myself.
his knowledge.
I'm asking you.
To
you
my
don't have-
knowledge-
you don't have any females in your life that don't want to have sex with you.
No, not that I know of.
LOL.
Right. To his knowledge, he don't know.
I'm crying.
I've
Okay.
never had a female tell me they didn't want to have sex with me.
I'm here to tell you.
What? You ain't got my number. You ain't got my number. You don't even know me. That's why.
I don't even know why you set yourself up for that. You know he arrogant as fuck.
Well, listen, man. Look.
I don't even know why you set yourself up for
I
that.
enjoy talking to you though.
But
Part two.
outside of this show, when the camera's
two.
off, he might ask for your number, but he got a girlfriend.
He absolutely do have a girlfriend, and she deal
Exactly.
with him, and he need
So
to
then
marry
the
her.
point
'cause
that
that's
I'm
what
Trust
it
making
me.
is on camera,
You need to
you're
marry
not
that
gonna
lady.
win that battle.
Shout
Trust
out to
me.
her yet again. 'Cause
Well, like,
Listen, this
go ahead,
is
Vibes. Make
this
it
has
happen.
been another. I don't know what the fuck this was, but this has been another lovely.
Screaming man.
It was the
Toxic
the
Vibe.
toxic man
Toxic
came
Yes.
in.
that toxic vibe.
So this has been another lovely episode of Vibes. I gotta get this out
here.
expeditiously.
Yes.
I'm gonna let everybody go around and tell them where they can find you at to get these vibes again. Go ahead. Hold on. We're going to go to you because you just jumped in the fucking frame.
Yes, talking about people doing
Yeah,
shit
you might
on
not
camera,
have
all this
social
type
media,
shit.
so
I know
you could
what's
just
going
say
on
your
with her.
goddamn
I do
name.
have social media.
Oh, all right,
I have
go ahead.
2. Free at last 453.
Shout out to people.
And then
The left hand.
A_real 105. And yeah, that's
You ain't going to
me.
tell them your goddamn name, though?
Shawntay Prairie. Everybody that's looking at this podcast know me, and they like, what? Yeah. They already know.
If the name sound familiar, I met this woman, and I did not know she was family to my goddamn daughter. Yes. So we're going to go to the left over here with Miss Spicy Butt.
Oh, am I spicy? I ain't even know that. I'm Taj, or Tahjia Danielle. You can follow me on whatever, like on all the social media, Tahjia Danielle, or a black mother, because that's what I am. Thank you.
They can't find that shit.
They absolutely can. If you type it in, that's what it is. That's what it says on everything.
A black mother. Okay.
A lot of
And
black
you
mothers
heard
out
what she
there.
said.
Okay, but it's only one Tahjia Danielle.
Oh, so it's Tahjia Danielle, the black mother. The whole thing.
The black mother?
What's your
No,
Instagram name?
Tahjia Danielle.
That's
what
all
it
he was
is.
asking.
Spell
That's what I
Tahjia
said.
for the people.
Yeah.
Pause. You missed the hashtag everything.
Spell
but I can't say.
Tahjia for the
Spell
people.
Tahjia.
Tahjia.
That's that list. She
the
said
list.
T-H. I don't know what fucking letter that was. She said T-H.
He know how to spell a name. Don't let him confuse you.
And how
You know
about...
what? We gotta come back on this show.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gotta
part
be
two gonna be a motherfucker.
men
And how
versus women.
how about you, brother?
Listen, man, y'all know how to find me, man. Hashtag Mr. Got That Glow. Hashtag your girlfriend's favorite boyfriend. Hashtag the notorious ass eater. Hashtag the Mel's Bratz doll. Hashtag Mr. Adorable. Hashtag she want me more than she wants you. Hashtag the Baltimore Jim Jones. Hashtag Mr. Baltimore. Hashtag look for the hashtag.
Capricorn.
That's all you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? Any other ways uncivilized. Oh, and if you really want to
like in his ass ate.
listen, one more thing.
What the hell?
www.cupoftea.com is my official website. So you can also go on my website. You can check out everything from the Toxic Clinic. You can check out everything from Licks Clothing. You can check out
We didn't
everything.
even talk about none of that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
you got a whole bunch of shit going
We
on.
ain't talking about none of that
He wanted to
shit.
come on and get real spicy, so that's
Listen, and something that wouldn't happen without these two people. I'm gonna let you shout out where we at right now. Go ahead.
JS Media works all day long at Timonium. Check us out on Booksy and Peerspace.
On Instagram.
Hey, he reached out to you on Instagram.
I did.
Saquon.
I was trying to find a new space to record my podcast.
Well, that's both of us. But
Yeah, you dealing with her. That shit gonna be a motherfucker.
Yeah, but
I
Hey,
really did. I really did.
And shout out to
so
my
you want your own? We'll talk after the fact.
all right, and shout out to my guy behind the scenes, newly married, about his money. He only
What up,
uses Zelle
Chance?
now, so you can't cash app the nigga.
That's how I be. I use Zelle.
Yeah, listen.
You got mine
That's when
late.
you know your business is
Look, you got me
escalating.
late. You got me late.
I said the cash app. I don't know if he's gonna get it. But shout out to my man Chaz Moody Media, man. New studio coming soon. He does weddings, promos, sponsorships. He gonna charge you that motherfucking bag, but it will be worth it. And shout out to our amazing sponsor, Bubbles Galore Me. At Bubbles Galore Me, man, if you ain't never met a pretty, fine business woman that will
That
get
little
you.
slim light-skinned girl?
It surely is.
Okay, I know.
I don't know nothing
You
about
sound
it.
really excited about that.
Right?
You fucking up my promo.
Oh, sorry.
Shout out to Bubbles Galore at Arundel Mills Mall, man. You will see her, bubblesgalore.com. Get you right, get your skin right. And shout out to you, bro. I don't know shit about your life, but I know you toxic as hell.
Listen, man. And I like big butts.
And he like big butts. He seen
If
us
you ain't
at
got
the
no big
ad
butt,
frame, but
then I
then
don't
come
like it.
talk
Yeah.
to us.
Listen, fact of all.
Yeah,
fact of all.
he seen us.
They ain't let me on the stage, but it's another story that we gonna talk about on part 2.
Yeah,
I got a lot more to tell you on part 2.
listen, you got to bring him back for part 2, man. This has been another lovely episode. Thanks for bringing Shawntay out of the motherfucking closet. Thanks for bringing Taj out of fucking DMV, DC. What are you, Akakiki, Maryland? Wherever you from. And shout out to Mr. Toxic for making this relationship work somehow. We will catch you on the next episode of the Vibes Podcast. And we are out.
Y'all know what it is. The vibes with the chilling with the vibes on the vibes, man.
God damn.